Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Potter speaking, I'm actually here. The lights are off right now, because I believe I'm being followed. There is another version of me. Is it perhaps Esau Margarine? Has my alternate come to life? At last? I don't know. The void has got me. The void, I say. I've avoided this show for a long time. Not intentionally, except for that one time that I viewed a gacha by the same name to troll everyone. It turned to be actually really good. But that's beside the point. They're after me. They're after me right now. The oldness has come to claim me. Here it is! Ah! Oh wait, no, it's Aiden. Hello. That's enough of that. I want to actually be able to see what I'm doing.
Hello! My mic decided to die on me, so yay. Anyway,
The alternate microphone! It doesn't work the same way.
Anyways,
it only plays backwards.
Anyways, Jacob, you gotta watch out for the evil version of you walking around now. I feel like now that's a concern.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did. I did eventually. I did want to do a character one time called Esau Margarine, like my evil twin, but yeah, anyway.
Oh god, void version of Jacob.
Yeah, there you go. If I ever get proficient in makeup, then I will consider that. But I highly doubt it. Let's just.
You get like red contacts. What would it be like? Red contacts. Yeah. You would like have to make your skin like grayish. And
honestly, if my eyes didn't look like the void, that would be the real difference, actually.
Oh wait, they become white. It's like you have like black, like the irises become black, and the
yeah,
just your eyes become inverted.
I think that's actually kind of what the first alternates themed thing that I watched was was kind of about. Because remember that like MLP fandom thing we found that was like I think it was called The Others potentially. It was something similar. And the way that they differentiate between the different versions was actually I think they just like they painted over the irises of the pony toys specifically.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got to return to that at some point. I was watching that before KW's Ponies one, actually. That's how long ago that's been. So yeah.
So yeah. So a little thing. I'm gonna say for the audience, well, the VOD watchers, because I mean we're live. I don't know if anyone's watching it on Twitch.
Streamer says there's one person watching on Twitch. Hello to that one person. But aside from that,
hi.
Watchers, hi.
Yeah, this was put on Aphmau's main channel, so obviously we can't stream it on YouTube without it being instantly taken down mid.
Which is why it's a VOD. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So the alternates and I are very. I don't like the alternates as a show. I just.
Oh, I thought you were going to like an Amadeus quote there. The alternates and I are enemies. It is unjust. Unfair.
I haven't heard that quote, but I would have quoted that if I knew it. I didn't know the quote existed. I didn't. But yeah, so I don't like this show, and throughout these reviews, I'm going to slowly explain. You guys are going to get. I'm going to point out, in my opinion, everything wrong with this show. But I mean, maybe I'll maybe going through this, I'll find some stuff I like about it, because I'm sure there are moments, nuggets, and stuff like even with Ultimate Season 2 right now. I will say there are nuggets, little bits that I kind of like, but then I go back to the show and I'm like, the overall show is hot garbage. Like I would say, like there's stuff I don't like about. Like, say, My Street, or there are issues I have, like Mermaid Tale Season 2, for example. But I would say I like 95 to 98% of that show. And there's only a handful of issues I have with it on occasion.
We have said before that even the stuff that we like, even like My Street is my favorite show of all time, and I've torn it to shreds over the course of over 5 years. So,
but the thing about this show is I don't like a majority of it. There are stuff I like about it. There are aspects I think are decent, but like a majority of it, unfortunately, I don't like.
This feels like it is to you what Realm Royals is to me.
Yeah. And I don't know. I do kind of want to hear what some of the Aphmau fandom actually likes about the show, because like if you go back to like the VidCon announcement of season 2, for example, people cheer for that.
So leave in the
And
comments what you like about the show, actually.
yeah,
Good
but
call to action to start the video. Nice.
but like
Nicely done.
again, it's one of those things that I'm having a hard time conceptualizing why so many people, especially it sound like older people and not just like 5-year-olds, like what actually older people genuinely like about this show. Because I'm like,
well, that's why we're here.
especially if you compare it to the other Aphmau role plays, like if we're gonna put this on the level of hypothetically Mermaid Tale season 2 or even just any of Aphmau's previous role plays, this role play is
I guess Mermaid
still
Tales is an apt comparison considering the time it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're comparing the shows, it feels like one of these shows has higher quality writing than the other show. This show is like bottom of the barrel writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from my perspective, I haven't watched it. In fact,
Yeah.
actually, I only learned about its existence a while back because about a while after it came out, because I've not been as active in terms of like main channel video watching again for about 5 years. So, so I can very easily end up getting out of the loop when it comes to particularly main channel stuff. Honestly, even like the Aphmau Diary stuff ones, usually Aiden and or Josh end up telling me stuff before I even find about it myself.
Yeah.
So so all I know is like the general premise of this, and also that that it seems like it's operating with sort of the server style of Call of Duty, the modern Aphmau versions of the characters in terms of how they're characterized, I suppose.
Yeah.
Compared to that, so I guess that's the difference between this and Mermaid Tales, for example, where Mermaid Tales, if we talk about the difference in writing, my speculation right now is that the difference in writing comes from the idea that one of them is like aimed at the modern audience that have enjoyed that know about the server characters and know and have got used to the silliness of what they represent, versus Mermaid Tales were just trying to recapture and to evolve beyond what the role play era,
Yeah.
and so it's written like that. So I guess that's where the difference lies. I will also say that I have the, in terms of like the server stuff, there's a lot of the videos that I have
Well, you
seen
barely
are ones
know
that
any of
I
the
couldn't
server stuff.
the ones that I couldn't get. Yeah, so I couldn't get into most of them. The exception to that is the Aphmau is always happy in Minecraft video that came out like several years ago, because that one I feel like probably unintentionally, admittedly so, actually had a very interesting setup to it, and kind of we'd have like a message beyond the idea of perpetual happiness and how unsustainable that actually is in the first place, and how meaningless it becomes when it is in isolation, and how creepy it can seem to those who are
I mean,
are
true.
not in the loop. So that's the exception of me. That video I really enjoyed. The other ones that I have attempted to see over every now and then, I'll be like, hey, I'll check out this video's recommended for some reason. Here we go, and
The
that doesn't grab me the same way.
K-pop Demon Hunter videos are bottom of the barrel. I love K-pop Demon Hunters, but like, God,
I think I heard about those before I watched the movie, and then after I watched the movie, I forgot about them, so I didn't check them out.
Yeah. I mean, one issue I will say, especially with even the idea of this going off the idea of the server continuity or like the server aspects of these characters, is the server is inconsistent with character relationships. So if hypothetically the series is purely meant to be like, oh, you like the server videos, well, here's the characters from the server videos in a completely different scenario with the exact same character traits. That only works if the server videos are 100% consistent with each other, even outside of the time they take weird roles from other characters like K-pop Demon Hunters or something. Because, like, for example, Zayn
that kind of seems almost like how the old role plays actually worked. How the characters were taken with the exact same traits they have and a few
but the
to the new continuities that they were involved in.
The older role plays, when they did that, they also somewhat went out of their way to somewhat explain where they gave a baseline of where these characters are at currently, and people could do it. This doesn't give us a proper, okay, this is Kawaii-chan and Zane's relationship. This is Aphmau and Aaron's relationship. For example, in the server videos, Kawaii-chan and Zane either go from crushes to dating to sort of dating but not dating. Like, their relationship in context of the server videos is very different between videos. It is very inconsistent. Like, I would say Aphmau and Aaron's relationship.
From an adaptation perspective, we're not going to get much from this in terms of adapting, because the source material is already
inconsistent.
Whatever interactions are established in this series, they're going to be just unique to this one, and we're not supposed to compare them or to draw reference from the other videos necessarily. Which is a relief, actually. I'm actually more than okay with that, especially since, again, I'm unfamiliar with the rest of it for the most part. So I'm glad to go in with this being like, okay, so this is what they are in this one. So actually, that's probably a
but part of my issue with that is this series, in my opinion, doesn't properly flesh out the relationships or introduce the relationships in a natural story way. Like, it's not written.
I wish you hadn't said that, because that's something that we're supposed to see throughout and just judge. As we go.
Well, yeah, but just in general, little prep for myself, especially.
I don't need that kind of little prep. I've told you this a million times before. I like going up. The fact I'm going into this blind is on purpose.
Yeah, I haven't actually spoiled much of the show, even though the show lacks. Oh, also, the show lacks severe depth for me. Maybe I'll find some more depth going through it again. But this show, outside of a handful of moments in character arcs and character stuff that happens later in the show, lacks severe depth, and that's what I also hate about it being like invasion.
Again, that's another thing that I would like to have judged for myself.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's important to talk about things from a retrospective lens as much as a first
retrospective
impression.
Implies having seen it already. I have not in this case.
Oh, I am.
The point of a blind reaction.
I am talking about this from a somewhat retrospective.
Aiden, we can very easily have this exact conversation after the episode has finished, and I would not be complaining about it. As it stands right now, I would like to wait.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess without any further, further preconceptions about this series, let's go ahead and check it out. Without further ado, on with the review.
Help! Help!
Oh, well, already we've got an eyeless freak, so we know what I think about those.
Well, these are what the alternates look like when sometimes they don't have eyes, sometimes they have eyes, sometimes they don't. It's very inconsistent, which I guess that's meant to go with the horror aspect of the show, because part of me was debating on what the purpose of the show is if it's not doing a good job anyway, and part of me is wondering if it's just meant to be scary, which I will say this show is not scary. It's not scary to me.
Yeah, another thing that I would have. Yeah,
this show is not scary to me. I don't know. You may find it scary. I don't think it's scary at all. Although it's also
probably not. But
it's also Minecraft characters, and it's really hard to make them scary, in my opinion.
It's also really hard to make Minecraft characters attractive, and somehow Aphmau's achieved that for the general public. So
okay, the reason. Oh yeah, well, she has eyes.
Speaking of,
we found eyes.
We found eyes, I guess. Yeah, they appear to be melting off. I guess what happens to the altar, the eyes melt off first, and then they're eventually left with the husks of what they once were. Okay.
Yeah.
Aphmau! Aphmau, over here!
I really hate this intro.
By the way, one thing that you also said to me behind the scenes, that the thumbnails didn't seem to match with what actually happened, or anything that happens in this, so we don't see any of the creepy stuff. Wasn't that the same one as the thumbnail?
I mean, yeah, but I was talking more about the series as a whole, because the thumbnails end up getting very similar to each other as the show goes on, and they don't have little to no connection besides creepy Aphmau. Creepy alternate Aphmau.
Also, Ghost goes boo, not brr. Come on.
Yeah, but I despise this opening to the show. Okay, because again, I said behind the scenes, but I think the show, again, not establishing a status quo or anything before these events happening in this apocalyptic world, or I guess apocalyptic, almost apocalyptic, alien, I don't know, monster, whatever the ultimates are.
They're in the middle of an apocalypse. It's ongoing, I suppose.
Yeah, but like, and this, but like the fact that they started an animation without establishing anything about the characters or their normal life, I don't know, or even I don't know. It's just like this isn't mid-apocalypse. This is like starting of apocalypse, essentially.
Okay.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, yes, I did kind of seem. I get that impression from the way that Aphmau was just like running randomly. She wouldn't be doing that unprepared otherwise.
yeah, if
actually,
this is
the most recent Aphmau video I've seen recently is Night Living Cats, because I was going to make a song about that, but eventually scrapped that for reasons I'll get to later. So, but yeah, like that in that scenario, yeah, they start by interacting. They do have a status quo in that case, but they don't go outside ever unprepared or without it being like a desperate thing of like, okay, something has caught us before. So you've mentioned in this case that not establishing status quo is to its disadvantage. I'll say from the get go, I can definitely picture the idea of, this is if this is a house that this presumably would be Zane's house. So clearly they have like they have a neighborhood setting at the very least for this, and and something has recently happened. The reveal of the guard implies that it's a very recent thing that has happened.
Very recent. Aphmau wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, Aphmau was not expecting it, and nor was she expecting, I guess, the melted, slinky version of herself to appear. So basically, so all of these different horrors or something are appearing, interrupting the status quo, which is without other context presumed to be, very similar to what we would expect for something like in our world, or even, dare I suggest, like how My Street set up their neighborhood scenarios itself.
I mean,
all of that from the first opening animation, so it's not like they have nothing in here. And also, I mentioned this just in private when we also talked about this point, because you did like briefly go into this beforehand off camera. I mentioned the concept of in media res. And that's the idea of, it means in the middle of the action, and it is a dramatic technique that can be applied a lot of the times, even particularly to openings of TV shows. A lot of the time, it's actually coupled up with a flashback.
Yeah, I'm like about to be like, I was like, don't they like trying to explain how we got there? It's like, you're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
But frequently that does happen. So yeah.
I mean,
it really does depend. I think this is trying to like go to like the old adage of open your story as late as possible and leave as early as possible to have the audience wanting more. But
I mean, personally, here is my personal pitch for what a better opening scene would have been to start the story.
Okay.
You start off with Aphmau watching, I don't know, some scary movie, and then Casey calls. She talks to Casey and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching this scary movie to prepare for when I watch it with Aaron, because something about her having a makeout scheme, something about her not wanting to be scared in front of Aaron, but Aaron to be scared, so he grabs onto her, so she knows it's coming. Maybe Casey brings up something about her current relationship with Zane, like, oh yeah, me and Zane, oh yeah, Zane's so like that or something. I don't know, something like that. We have a thing." Maybe then, ideally, Caitlin and Travis come up because they're relevant later in the story. They mention like they're having a party or something about going on in the future with them, right? Hypothetically, right? We establish them as characters because these are all major characters in the story, right? And then
hold on, they're having a party, and Aphmau and Casey are not preparing for that. They're preparing for a movie instead.
Oh no, no. Aphmau is preparing to watch a movie for Aaron when he comes over later. In this hypothetical scenario.
Yes, and you said Kate and Travis are preparing for a party.
They have later next week. Later next week. Well, they don't live. They don't live together in the server. They don't live together in the server videos. If we're going off server continuity,
I didn't say they did. I meant like Aphmau would have been invited.
Oh well, invited, but
usually it happens on the day.
Mentioned that they're having a party. I don't know, something just to establish each of these characters. And then maybe the TV at several points during this call has like static flash on screen, like something's messing with TV signal. Maybe at one point for a brief second, something's outside Aphmau's window, but the audience can't really make it out. To kind of build up the creepy vibes of the situation. You know, we established the horror aspect of watching a horror movie. There's weird TV static, and TVs are a part of this show, and like with weird messages and stuff. And like there's stuff moving outside, you know. Aphmau hears a knock at the door, hangs up on Casey. She goes outside to check. She walks out into the street, being like, Aaron, you around here? And then that's when the opening cutscene plays. Bam. You know, we have established several major characters. We established several character relationships. We established a horror vibe. We somewhat established a decent status quo, or at least a good enough status quo for the show. If we didn't want to dedicate 20 minutes to it, you know, within a single scene. That would be my personal pitch for what an opening scene of this show would be, to better give us a better introduction than just, ooh, look at this flashy animation. Aren't you scared? It's like, no, I'm not scared.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you need to be scared immediately in like right off the bat. Although, you know, depending on the age of the person, maybe a freaky version of Aphmau would be somewhat daunting. But what I'm but yeah, like I don't think this doesn't work necessarily. Maybe what you said works in a different way. Also, what you suggested is basically very similar to Night Living Cats, where they were all preparing to watch a movie. I feel like but Night Living Cats works in that context because we already know these characters, and like you said, we don't have to start them off from scratch necessarily. Although I will say, Murder in Phoenix Jump High also opened like right as the murder was being committed, and we
and Murder in Phoenix Jump High isn't good as well for that reason, because I think it's still bad. I think that episode's also bad, but I also think that introduction is also bad. Now, I think the reason why the introduction is this way on this channel, I'm guessing why, it's not because of any major story reasons or like Aphmau trying any effect. She just wants to hook her audience, essentially, her young audience. She just wants to
story technique. Hooking the audience is a purpose of an opening anything.
I mean,
that is how it's done.
But I think with her young audience and the way she would do her intros, especially around this time, bringing like, in today's video, I become a rainbow gelatin cat to help my friend Zane. You know, she needed
that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've seen that done either in a comedic way on other channels, but also just the same idea as something like Last Time on the Mutant Girl. You know, it's not too dissimilar to either catch people up to speed or to prepare them for the events to come and to entice them forward. Again, opening story moments can very much do that. Take KW's book, for example. You know, this is not much of a spoiler because it is like right at the beginning. The first thing we see is actually a letter written by one of the characters later on, building up to the moment where she has to, like, you know, depart and say goodbye for whatever reason in a desperate situation. Said situation hasn't happened yet. She hasn't even met those characters, but we know that something is going to happen eventually, and that kind of hooks us in for the entire story, getting to that particular point. But it's a similar concept on a YouTube channel to a title and thumbnail, which, you know, notoriously Aphmau has, you know, had hits and misses regarding this in the first place. But, you know, the idea that some of the titles are saying, you know, this thing happens, or in this episode, even back in the roleplay years, actually, you know, if you look at some of the titles in that. And that clues you in a little bit, not as much as, you know, fully just narrating that, or that. But I much prefer this opening, you know, actually, you know, getting me to infer all the stuff I mentioned earlier, compared to just, you know, outlining what happens in the video itself. Anyway, what do you think, Ghosty?
Like, what I think is that Aphmau here is trying to invoke a few ideas. He's trying to catch the crowd that's into analog horror.
Oh, definitely with the camera effects in here, like they have like the glitchy camera effects.
Like, not
they're
only
100% going for analog horror vibes.
Like, not only that, but you also pointed out the eyes from earlier that looks like they're dripping off Aphmau's face. That's very much something from the analog horror known as Mandela Catalog. In fact, Mandela Catalog made that effect famous.
Well, okay.
And that eye effect from Mandela Catalog has been copy-pasted all over the internet in other projects. So I'm disappointed in you, Aphmau.
You're disappointed in the person who has used examples of other analog horror, but by name in other videos.
Oh, well, it's not in
If anything,
name,
how is that any
Irish.
different to people who like use Slender Man as a concept in like their stuff from way back in the
Oh
day?
no, shit. No,
Or
I
Jeff the
think
Killer nowadays.
in this case,
Jacob, you know how I legendarily hate the Alpha Sisters who killed Jeff the Killer.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. Yeah, so people who don't do it well is another thing, but the idea of including it in the first place seems to be what you're taking issue with in this case.
Yeah, but that's
nothing has
the
happened
thing.
yet, so we can't say it's
In
good
this,
or bad.
like, I think it's the fact that the Mandela catalog, you know, what she's clearly trying to invoke, has some setup, aka the tapes. We know that it's
right.
made
You two keep talking about that while I prepare popcorn milk because I forgot to do it before.
Okay.
Like, we know that the Mandela catalog opens up mid-apocalypse. Or, you know, early mid-apocalypse.
You know,
people
the world's
know,
going to shit.
Yeah, people know that the alternates are up and walking around.
Wait, they're called the alternates in the Mandela catalog?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Never mind, this is not good. This is even worse. I mean, it's like, oh god, I actually didn't know they're called the alternates in the Mandela catalog. I thought the alternates was just, Aphmau was doing like a mimic thing based off several like analog horror based stuff. But like the alternates name was just technically what she decided to call like the form of mimics or like the copies of like her and her friends in this world.
Nope. Alternates are ripped straight from Mandela catalog. Sure, she could be doing them differently, but I don't exactly trust it based on the naming convention.
Yeah, that is kind of actually. I was kind of hoping this was like her own alternate, like her own ARGS kind of horror.
But the thing with Mandela catalog is that the tapes drip feed you enough information to know vaguely what's going on, but not enough to know the full picture. And with the intro that we're given, Aphmau has given us no information to infer anything.
Also, why was Aphmau just on the street?
But I listed stuff that I inferred earlier from just the intro.
No, but the status quo about the alternates, but also, why was Aphmau on the street? Like, at least, like, I like with my hypothetical opening, I gave a reason why she somewhat would be near the street or on the street. But why was she just on the street during night? Keep in mind, if this was midday, I would understand it more. But this is like midnight territory. It's like, oh yes, just doing my 12 o'clock little stroll outside my house.
Midnight stroll, yeah.
It's like that's not really what someone does. Obviously, it's nighttime to set the mood and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, why are you outside at night for no reason on the street running?
Like, yeah, Jacob, as I said to Aiden earlier, the alternates in Mandela catalog, we have enough information to know what's going on from
don't
the
worry,
tapes.
I heard everything. I kept my headphones on.
You heard everything? Good.
Yeah.
That decreases the need to keep you up to speed.
Yeah. I'm just, I like, again, that intro for me is very disappointing, especially because, I don't know, I just want more from an intro than just hooking people, and obviously her younger audience has less attention span. They're also scared easier, so I guess if you're like a 5-year-old watching these Minecraft characters with no eyes, maybe this would be somewhat scary. I guess technically. Oh my god, Aphmau's long arms.
Back in the day, and he still had most of his eyes.
Well, he had his eyes white, or they're glowing eyes. I don't know.
Like, I can say that
I said most.
Like, I can say that there's one pro and one con here to Aphmau invoking the Mandela catalog so vehemently. Is that one, it doesn't leave much space for Aphmau to insert her own lore and content, and two, it kind of gives the audience familiar with this content idea that, hey, Aphmau might be copying from the Mandela catalog, and that she may or may not add her own original stuff to it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask Ghosty a question in DMs real quick. It's a spoiler. Do not say the question out loud.
Okay.
But
Alright,
I'm
fair
gonna
enough.
I'm gonna ask her in that DMs. Just it's about the the
Mandela catalog.
Mandela catalog in comparison to the show. So I'm just asking you that.
Sure. Okay. While Ghosty responds to that, was that I'll remind people that Aphmau literally has a FNAF series.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in terms of the Minecraft roleplay community in general, you know, there was that like Sky Media all the time like had stuff, you know, was based on, you know, like the Maze Runner, for example. I mean, the show Pirates, you could say was like a mismatch of different types of pirate media, for example. But those things, those kind of things, don't claim to be wholly original ideas. Or even, for crying out loud, tomorrow we're going to do Secrets of the Plex. Secrets of the Plex itself is based on FNAF, but with original ideas inserted within it. So, the only difference between those examples and what we have here so far is that this one hasn't announced that it is Mandela Catalog.
I don't know. It's kind of
or derivative.
I did.
Where it's like, you know, declare it immediately.
I didn't know about. I mean,
like,
I knew a bit about the Mandela catalog. I didn't know too much about it, and I didn't know it was derivative of it or this derivative of it. But also, I guess for me, for my perspective on it, Aphmau for most recent content, like the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, for example, has made me really intolerant when it comes to Aphmau doing hyper blatantly derivative stuff, like one-to-one copies of
always
stuff.
Done that, even since like Pokemon Iron and Coal, for crying out loud. That was like one of our first things.
Yeah, well, but there was also super original but like you have like this super lazy attempt of just invoking something or taking this idea in her modern day context, and the amount of time she's like relied on that, it's just kind of made me not as accepting of it, because now she has this whole series that is marketed as somewhat original, because keep in mind the marketing again never says anything about Mandela catalog, but like
and yet you can see
that's what I'm saying. The only difference between that and the other examples is the fact it doesn't market itself.
And I don't know, it's just one of those things where it bugs me a lot more now, more for Aphmau to do this, especially than, you know, before.
Let's just say that I'm going to be keeping my eye on this series as I watch in the background, and I'll be looking out, because as someone who's seen a lot of analog horror, it is all very different from each other if they all try. Meanwhile, this is invoking the ideas with analog horror. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just rubs off as kind of lazy. There's a lot of things that invoke Mandela catalog, but end up falling flat.
I mean, we are literally judging from the first 17 seconds of this video right now, so there's still a lot of time to say, you know, whether or not it actually goes in a different direction or not. So, good that we have you here now, because that's a different angle that we hadn't actually considered. So, let's keep going.
What is going on? Aphmau, haven't you seen the news?
What? What do you mean, news?
It's been playing like this all day.
The apocalypse is here. What do you do? Remain
is this
calm.
in the Mandela catalog?
Hello, welcome to your tutorial. This reminds me of Fallout.
Yep, this is very Mandela-esque. Just this visual right here. Not explicitly Mandela catalog, but Mandela-esque.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because Mandela catalog wouldn't be the only thing to do something along these lines, but yeah.
By the way, okay, so I know why it's like creepy like this, but like, why is TV staticky? Like, have you seen the TV is like a modern day like flat screen? Like, why is the video itself in universe put together so badly? Out of universe, the reason why it's put together in this way, or in this like really analog horror-esque way, is to invoke analog horror and be creepy, quote unquote. But in universe, why is the video so poorly produced? Like, in universe, what's the actual reason why it looks like this and looks this bad?
Like, the reason they look this bad, like, in Mandela Catalog is because they're old tapes that are being replayed as opposed to newer tapes. This just looks bad for the sake of invoking the idea of an old tape, but this was produced recently
Potentially,
in universe.
I mean, I don't think
visuals
we're
I
gonna.
can themselves. The visuals themselves I can understand because someone had to put this together. You know, I guess like in the moment to educate people about the apocalypse. You know, that I can understand, but not the static. So that is definitely a downgrade compared to.
Again, I
was
think it's
previous in the
just to
context.
invoke analog horror and be Mandela Catalog-esque, you know. But like at the same time, I don't know. It's like this kind of like horror stuff, which I still would like a explanation in universe of why things look this way, and not just because
based on
it
the way
looks
that
this
Ghosty
way.
described it right now, it seems like this was taken from the source material, but without the setup that the source material had for it, and that's the issue compared to just evoking analog horror.
And Mandela Catalog, the tapes look the way they do because they're old tapes being replayed in some unknown time.
Yep, there you go.
Either that or shittily put together police interviews.
Ooh, that would actually be cool if Aphmau did that. Actually, that could be pretty cool.
Maybe not in this scene, but in general, yeah.
Yeah.
You can pick out an alternate by their freaky appearance.
I don't know. I don't think the long arms will give it away anything.
You can put.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If we compare this to Apocalypse, the Gacha series, the long arms gave the zombies away because they did this constantly.
What? Seriously?
Oh yeah, no. So, so from the show Apocalypse, yeah, that was the one where the entire first episode is the build up and setup, which does work in a different way to the opening of this. But then the second episode kind of destroys a bit of that payoff by making the zombies the goofiest things ever.
Wait, what are they? Are they like the blow up men at car sales? You know, that are all just like sitting there with their hands waving.
What inflatable arm flailing tube man?
Flailing tube, yes, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Ghosty said. Yeah.
Like, meanwhile, since. Like, imagine you can diversify them by their creepy appearance. Meanwhile, imagine someone with a skin condition just in the distance.
Oh, it's like, wow, they have a very weird skin sunburn. They must be an alternate. Get them.
Like,
no, I think I've actually seen that cliche done in some other stuff.
Yeah,
Fanboy and Chum Chum springs to mind, actually.
Like, that cliche is done a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also going to point out that in Mandela Catalog, they, in the tapes, point out ways to tell the alternates apart from real people. You know, as in, hey, if your neighbor has something, you know, new going on, like a mole they didn't have before, that's probably an alternate that's trying to, you know, copy their appearance.
I mean, it sounds like in the case of the
Mandela
Mandela Catalog,
yeah,
it sounds like they're a lot more subtle.
Emulating.
Yeah, because like in comparing the two alternates we saw, one missing his eyes, and the other having weird proportions and dripping eyes.
Yeah, you wouldn't need something like that in this case because even if a mole is out of place, if your neighbor's arms have drooped down to the ground, I feel like that's a bigger giveaway than any mole ever.
I will say, a comparison to something I like, that I actually like watching compared to this. Aphmau's arms proportions and like the way the Aphmau alternate is kind of designed is how in Wild Blue Yonder, the second 60th special, the Doctor Who special from on Disney Plus, is how the knot things when they're Emily and the Doctor and Donna, how like they kind of messed up on the arms and stuff, so their arms are like drooping while trying to mimic them, being like, oh, I think the arms are too long. It's like, yeah, they're to the floor. I don't think that's correct.
The idea of alternates have been done in several different things, not just in analog horror. But this is definitely trying to catch the analog horror framework.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that video the video we just saw felt very analog. The static on screen, you know.
Like, and that's why I say people who are from the analog era but haven't looked at analog tapes in a while should probably study what analog looks like before pursuing an analog horror. Because you don't, like, the way analog horror
digital TVs
is...
to broadcast them.
Yeah, that and, like, analog horrors in the first place, the reason why they're so creepy is because they're using the tricks of the medium to essentially make it feel real. Analog horror is a mix of two genres, the spooky story and found footage era.
Counterpoint, why would a public news broadcast intend to make something look scary? What is to do with
And why would a public news broadcast produce something so shitty?
Because they don't have time. The apocalypse is happening right now. They don't have time to get good graphics. That's why all of them are still images and stick figures, essentially.
I understand.
The only thing I can't get behind is the static. Everything else, the way it's edited together, makes sense to me, except for like that help message. That feels weird.
Like
maybe the person who was putting it together got attacked or something.
Also,
well, if you were putting it together, though, you'd have to have the video export. You have to have video export, so you don't really wouldn't have time to add a help message.
That would be the case,
and export the video.
Yeah.
Also, to loop back to this video's inspiration, Mandela catalog, there are hints in the tapes that alternates have, as that one of the alternate creatures does have the capacity to mess with technology and to obscure information.
Okay.
And that it is likewise that nothing is that you can trust basically nothing except for yourself.
All right, well, in that case, we will look out for those things.
What do we do? There has to be something.
Don't worry, I got every inch of this place covered by my cameras, see?
Cameras? This is like
why
a
do
death
you
scene.
why do you have your house covered in cameras?
Yeah, then you can broadcast your murder in high definition. Well done, Zane.
I exploded all my other equipment to build the cameras, but it might not be enough.
Wait, what? Wait. Why?
Okay, the smartest character in my street, everybody.
Well, in context of the server, in context of the server, the kind of stuff that this show wouldn't tell you. Zane is known to be a scientist in the server world. Not that this show talks about his scientific history and his scientific stuff in this show properly, but that's it. What he is, which again is another reason.
You wouldn't necessarily need to. The very fact alone that someone is able to rig up cameras themselves with the equipment in their house implies that they're able to do this kind of thing.
These are character aspects, though, that aren't, in my opinion, properly explained or introduced and can only be inferred or known from outside knowledge, which, again...
I'm going with inferred right now because I don't have the outside knowledge, and I got that.
Okay.
If anything, if they take nothing that we all like, take Code Lyoko. There is, I think, probably 2 episodes that deal with Jeremy's, 3 if you count the pilot. 3 episodes that deal with Jeremy being act with robotics, and in those cases, what is we just see him, put together these things, and we infer from that hey, he knows what he's doing.
But it's a character trait that's been established throughout the series up in that point, and by that,
wasn't.
And also in episode 0,
or episode 5. It was episode 5 where we see Kiwi 2 for the first time.
There's also some also with it being a kids cartoon and the way they kind of direct his voice / design. It's like he has a turtleneck, he has glasses, he speaks in a nerdy voice.
Oh, so
it's like
in the English dub he speaks in a nerdy voice. That's
it's kid shorthand for here's character trait. Here's the character archetype we're going with. Or at least for Jeremy, it's pretty self-explanatory. His archetype, in my opinion.
And here is a kids' internet show, verbally declaring that Zane is able to do this kind of thing.
That he's able to do cameras somehow, but not that. I don't know. I don't know. Also, Also, I thought this. Wait, but Jacob, this is scary. Not for children. Remember, it's scary.
I
Ah.
remember nothing. I'm going into this as blind as I possibly can.
I know. I'm just bringing it up as the whole Aphmau being for kids and Aphmau not being for kids is treated, in my opinion, like I acknowledge that her videos pander children, but also this is also meant to be scary / analog horror based. Therefore, it shouldn't be for children, and yet I acknowledge that this video or this kind of stuff on her channel is for younger kids.
Oh no, Aiden, it would be disappointed to hear that analog horror attracts a very child audience.
Well, it shouldn't.
And
it shouldn't.
Not even beyond, not even just that, but you know, that's we're talking about growing up in the analog era, for example, which is not necessarily applies to Aphmau, but the era that she did grow up in was the 90s. You know, the era where we were transitioning from analog to digital for the most part. Which probably means that she actually grew up in a bunch of different, you know, like horror movies that were made in the 80s, back when PG actually meant something, and the intention was really to scare kids much more than it is today. So there is a precedent for, you know, kids media going out of its way to be scarier on purpose, and for Aphmau to have been fully aware of that and possibly had that experience as a kid herself.
We need to make barriers.
Oh,
okay?
wait. You smashed a couch and you got boards from a couch. I forgot about this. How do you get boards from smashing a couch? Where's the fabric? If you wanted to make this more realistic, you could have at least had her get some wool too, at least, to be like, oh yeah, this is the fabric I have. And these boards are like holding the couch together, even though I think couches also have like little metal holes in them too. So
actually, no. It is very rare for couches nowadays to have wooden components.
Oh, so wait, there shouldn't even be boards.
as most couches, or at least modern couches, have contemporary metal frames as opposed to wooden ones. It's usually older couch types that are box spring couches.
Yeah, that tracks.
Port the windows. Make sure that nobody can get in.
Ah, fine.
All right.
Okay, one thing that I definitely question this is, why did Zane think to board up the windows before putting the cameras up?
Well, he's
that is what I question.
In this show, he is smart, but then when the narrative needs him to be dumb, all of a sudden intelligence goes down the drain.
Okay, that's my first real issue with this episode.
You know, it's like, wow, I'm so smart. Never mind, I'm dumb because of the plot. Because plot needs me dumb.
Plot
still need some more materials.
Oh wait, window! There's a window unboarded. There's a window unboarded.
No, Aphmau just said they need more materials, so.
Oh.
Also, I will say the plot needs my brain to leak out of my ears, so my intelligence has gone with the wind.
Yeah.
Speaking of leaking out, do they board the chimney? They're gonna get an alternate down the chimney like Santa Claus.
No way, a Santa alternate. That would be so fun. Not that they're going to do that.
That's how alternate Zane gets introduced, how the Zane stole Christmas when he burns in Aaron's fireplace.
I may have some boards.
Oh, it wasn't Aaron's, it was someone else's.
In my shed.
No, I think it was. No, it wasn't Aaron because Aaron threatened him with a bat. I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was someone else.
Which, by the way, why was Aaron just casually staying up near his chimney at night?
Because he's an adult with no bedtime, and so didn't need to be asleep necessarily.
I mean, granted, I don't know what time Zane was doing his little thing.
It was confirmed that Aaron didn't like Christmas because of its association with his horrible family.
So what? He was prepared.
Well,
no, but
you say that, but he also got the award of 500 out of 100 or something, the highest score for decorated in a house by himself.
Okay.
So clearly, he's passionate to some degree about it.
Okay, yeah, but also keep in mind with that scene of Aaron was waiting near a chimney with a bat. Who just sits near the chimney with a bat?
And unless they're expecting a home intruder.
Oh wait, he just beats up Santa every year, so Santa knows not to give him gifts.
Yeah, no, he just heard Zane's song from outside with his ultimate ears and was like, "Yeah, no, we're dealing with this right now."
Yeah, by the way, I
That was
can't wait for the show to for you to react to all the deaths of people being intelligent randomly, the extreme intelligence that people randomly develop that
All right,
totally
well, if
doesn't
you-
lead
if-
to them being murdered, which I
well, if you
always
can't wait
despise
for
this
it.
stuff.
Let's get to them.
the washing machine going off or something.
What? Excuse you. My laundry situation is incredibly modern, and I don't think I.
What the?
What?
Modern in the sense of what? More modern than requiring the use of a washing machine? What even is that line?
He has a sci-fi
house.
watering machine.
No, I don't.
It just like cleans it with like lasers, like whoom.
Oh, God.
And
yes.
that was
What are you doing
Aphmau's
here?
attempt at scaring us. You see that little sound effect she put that went whoom? That was her trying to scare us with the damn jump scare. I am so scared. This show is already
Nah,
making
come
me
on,
pee my
you need the
pants.
vine boom. Get the vine boom in here.
Zane, let me in.
I did not let you
Yeah, I was
in.
about to be
She
like,
just
what?
won't leave.
Zane, she's been here the whole time. You haven't even mentioned Kim. We were here for an hour doing this. What?
Well, I mean,
Wait, it took you an
Well,
hour to board
okay.
everything up? It took you like 2 seconds to board up a single window. It took you 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It took you 2
Yeah,
seconds.
well,
What do you
well, I
mean
mean,
you took an
if
hour
we're going-
boarding things?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're the one who said they should be more realistic, so yeah, it would take this much time. Home
Okay,
Alone is
yeah, but don't
definitely-
show us the non-realistic stuff and then go back to realistic logic.
Actually, no. That's a question. Can you alternate something that's not technically alive?
I think it, wait, I'll answer this in your
if there's an alternate that can mess with technology, maybe there's just alternate technology that, is able to, hack itself. Or it's Xana. I don't know. Could be Xana.
Could be.
Speaking of alternates, though, if Kim is saying that Zane let her in, I suspect there's an alternate Zane somewhere around here that might be a bit more convincing. Only one eye to melt, so I guess it's a bit more deceptive.
I was
Only
kind
one.
of hoping that she either left or had been eaten or something.
Hoping?
What?
I was down.
Zane?
Or never mind. Okay, so Zane just forgot about it. Right, okay,
They're looking
sure.
for something to defend ourselves with. What?
Hey, speaking of Aaron's bats.
Yeah, for real weapons, and you came back with a piece of junk!
Oh, I'll show you how real this is. What are you doing, for an hour? Stop!
What?
That almost...
Yes!
that
No,
almost
you
smacked
no,
Aphmau.
no. She would 100% smack Aphmau just there with a bat to the face. She would 100% swung the bat. I saw your Minecraft character. You swung the bat at her face.
Everyone, we gotta calm down and be peaceful about this. I decided my face red.
Oh God, you actually. Oh my God.
Just imagine, Aphmau gets a concussion at the start of the apocalypse.
Oh
It's-
God, Aphmau would die. Wait, I say that. Sometimes she has plot armor. So yeah.
I was about to say,
Yes.
no.
Eh,
She has insane
Phoenix
amounts of
Alliance,
plot
anyone?
armor.
Yeah, everyone remembers that there was the Battle of the Phoenix Alliance, don't they?
Chill, okay? We're alive.
Daddy,
That's all
chill.
that matters. Barely. Look, we don't have to let the situation we're
It's
in.
a reference
We're
to
the
a
only
meme. God.
Okay.
left so far that I know that ones that we can trust, you know?
I hate that you have a point.
Thank you. I appreciate political.
Why do you have to argue
Now, what does
to
everyone
let
have on
Kim
there? I have an
around? I
ad.
mean, in the
Great,
server
that's a
videos you
start.
tend to trust Kim. You don't really have a.
Well, this is as you said before. This is a different version of Zane, so
I
this Zane
guess.
might be a bit crankier.
Well, it's my bat, technically, and I have the house and my camera system.
Okay.
Well, what about you, Aphmau?
Well, I have my
Uh,
creativity, my brain.
I have my plot armor.
Like, what
Yeah.
do you have? You know?
Wow, the scary
We have
text.
food.
Okay, that's a
As
whole
in,
other
like,
from her
physically.
normal videos. That's their.
Yes,
like,
because sometimes you want to caption words for emphasis. That's a very common thing in not just her videos, but just modern Minecraft in
Okay,
general.
but it's
Ooh,
not
we can always use
scary.
more of that.
This isn't scary.
No one said it had to be scary. It's just something that YouTubers do that emphasize certain lines. Or yeah, so not every edit has to be with the intention of scaring someone.
I know.
Nothing, okay?
This show
I'm
is
the
not
only one that
scary,
you
and
can
I
trust.
wish there was anything.
It also
mildly
isn't a
scary.
scary line, you know? No one's gonna be like, hey, yeah, but what do you have, Aphmau?
Like, it is kind of scary because it's Kim, kind of suggesting for Aphmau to be, thrown to the wolves here.
I mean, that technically is kind of the intention, it seems.
Like,
but what do you have? What value do you bring to this partnership? If not, hey, alternate Aphmau, I got you a meal.
also, I'd like to say that usually alternates in Mandela Catalog don't change form until their prey gets close enough.
Oh, well, they kind of already spawned in like that.
They just spawned in like that.
Well,
Yikes.
you asked for Aphmau to be more original. I guess there's that.
That's at this point, okay? Does that work out?
Oh, yeah,
so true. You definitely
Make
have
the
to be
trope
alive.
worse.
Thank you.
Yeah, I cannot be stuck in the end times with just Kim.
All right, Zane, about the camera system.
Oh,
Where is
yes!
it?
You're gonna love this. Come on, follow me.
All right, following you, Zane.
Oh,
Right, so it's a
yeah,
bit
here we get
dusty
FNAF
up
style
here.
Oh,
cameras.
jeez, all this security and no time to clean? Gross.
Well,
Okay, thank you. The security system is very nice.
My question is, why do you have literal, like, boards on the windows? When were you up here to do this?
Well, sorry this place isn't spotless for you ladies. I've been a little busy.
That doesn't answer the question. Why put security system up here in the first place if you're not going to clean it?
It was the only
For
space
what
I had, okay?
By the way, for what I know about
Because
this
you need it to
show,
function, not for it to be spotless necessarily, especially if it's only been rigged recently.
Now, the cameras.
for what I know about this show, I'm pretty sure a lot of this is improv. So I feel like they're Aphmau asking why are there boards in your window up here. It's because when whoever made the set, whether it be Jason, whether it be a team or whatever, put boards on the windows upstairs, but this was meant to be Aphmau's first time seeing the cameras. So she improv the line to improv the line of why is. Same with Kim. I have a feeling that Kim appearing was like they went through a bunch of friends being like, okay, which one of you guys are available to film on this day? Oh, Kim, you're available.
That would also explain why Zane didn't remember inviting Kim in, and then he had to improvise.
They're just making up, like, oh yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, I'd like to think that Zane wanted to kill Kim himself, so he trapped her in the basement.
Oh, that'd be
an
funny, but I don't
explanation.
think that's why, unfortunately.
Like,
No,
that could be,
I mean, we have-
that could be
We
why.
have seen
I'm
Zane's
just,
fantasies of killing Gareth in
Yeah.
Emerald Secrets.
I know.
Oh god.
I'm just trying to come up with an inventive solution to a plot hole that shouldn't exist in the first place. If you
I
had
did that back in
scripted this,
2017, and still makes fun of me for it.
if you had scripted the show even 1%, it would be a little better.
As opposed to 0.5% like the animation.
Also, I
Okay.
will
Look over
say, of course, the attic windows are boarded. Because, newsflash, there are alternates outside.
Well, yeah, but they
Yes,
didn't
but
know
the point
to
that
board
I was
anyone.
making was that they weren't up here to board up the windows, so why were the attic windows specifically boarded before? Considering that Zane didn't think to board the windows downstairs, which would be more accessible to the alternates.
Here's a
Unless they use their
question.
long arms to climb.
Here's a question.
Spider-Man powers.
Here is an alternate question. Okay, get it? Alternate?
Haha.
Burglars with ladders.
Okay, but why not just burgle the normal windows?
Given the length of alternates' arms, they probably would find it more difficult to use a ladder compared to the average person.
After my
That would
prototype
actually be hilarious.
failed-
I want to see alternate Aphmau trying to climb a ladder. Like she grabs it, like, and then just grabs it, and then just.
That's like Huggy Wuggy from Poppy Playtime using the ladder in that one scene.
Oh my god.
I was thinking of getting over it with Bennett Foddy, but that works too.
Exploded.
Thank you. I pivoted to perfecting this.
You made all of this by yourself?
Yes.
He did say that earlier, but hey, improv.
Totally expected. I'm actually glad. But you couldn't put together the blaster?
Or something useful like a big rock.
A slingshot or something?
A
See,
big
that's what I was
rock.
saying before.
Like-
Maybe not big rock necessarily, but yeah, like a blaster or something. Use something
And
to
I've
defend
lost-
yourself
I've-
with, especially if you presume to be on your own. Why would you need cameras to detect when alternates break in if you can hear like the sound of a broken window, for example?
Moving
And
on.
I've lost
Uh-huh.
interest.
All right.
I also have this question. Why would the camera footage be high definition, but the teleprompter on the TV was not.
They're not. But remember, the teleprompter was not made by Zane. It stands to reason that Zane can rig up high definition. He was even able to put together TV screens by himself in the first place, as is implied. It makes sense he would put them in high definition. The news broadcasters are still, they have their own agenda, I suppose. So maybe their system has been like messed up or something. Maybe there's an alternate making their footage corrupted and more pixelated or something. I don't know.
That
Over the
sucks.
property.
Okay, cool. I like it.
If anything, more security cameras should be high definition nowadays.
But, you seem extra proud. Is there something else going on?
You're right. These aren't normal cameras. Take a look for yourself.
No,
Okay.
we established that. They're better than
Okay,
normal
so
cameras.
just there, actually, from a roleplayer's perspective, I think I know what Aphmau did. Because Zane didn't prompt her to check the cameras in like his language. So she's like, "Oh, well, you seem extra proud. Is there anything else you're not telling me?" Trying to be like, Keston, Keston, remember, we got the scene, you're supposed to say a certain thing.
Yeah, I would admit I have done this before in other improv scenarios. Case in point, drama club. Constantly trying to get BB to tell us, more. So I was like, hey, where do we need to actually go? I don't know, figure it out. You're the one who gets instructions, and there's something we need to do here. No, just go and find it. Yes, but where are we looking specifically? In the school. Yes, but the school is a big building. Help me out here.
Okay, we're in the school.
I've been there before is the ultimate point.
God.
Okay.
Oh god, the chair
Oh,
keeps
something
flicking in and out of
Yeah.
existence.
That's actually really awesome.
Hey,
gonna help us
look,
a
it's
lot.
FNAF style
Yeah, I don't know why
cameras.
this one is now in black and white over grayscale.
No, they're not in high
I guess that's
definition
the
anymore.
sacrifice for
They're
them.
only high definition when we're like looking at them not in the camera POV. Apparently.
Yeah, and also not grayscale. That does seem weird. Yeah.
It's okay.
Well,
Exactly.
no, Jacob. It's grayscale
observe
because
their-
grayscale is creepy and scary. And remember, we have to be creepy and scary for the show.
It is.
Even
it
even
is.
if
Yes.
if it doesn't make any sense, we have to be creepy and scary and make the
But it should
universe
have been
fit
creepy
the
and scary
creepy
from the
and scary.
beginning. So, yeah. There should have been grayscale to begin with if that was the intention.
The alternates or
Also, I like how is it rigged to detect alternates if it already has a signature on them for some reason, even though we know they just appeared.
anomalies in the
Yeah.
room.
All right, this is amazing. This is exactly what we need.
You can only tell if one is in the room if it's not what it looks like.
The
Wait,
tutorial. Zane's
So-
tutorializing us.
So then, why would you have a detector system if they? Does he?
You made
Okay.
a detector system that doesn't pinpoint detection.
Because it's not
Thank
What?
you.
done yet.
There's an
Oh.
alternate detective
I was
here.
about to say, I've
Yeah.
played this game before.
It's FNAF. Like I
Oh,
said, these
no,
are the FNAF
not-
style cameras.
Not just FNAF. You see, there's another game that implements cameras in order to spot alternates that are hiding as objects.
Oh.
Proper.
It is based on the Mandela catalog, and it's where you have to sort through different cameras at a location in order to find the alternate that's there.
All right. Yeah.
Usually, by closely inspecting your environment, it's literally a spot the difference game.
By the way, Kim is Jacob whenever we're playing D&D and I make up something and he questions me on it immediately. I was like,
That
I
well.
assume
that-
you have a plan because it's your NPCs in your
like
setting.
that.
It's
That
like,
also
yes, that's
also-
what I was going for. Definitely. Uh-huh. It makes
Jacob-
sense. Trust me.
Jacob, Aiden, that also spots that Kim is as confused about the plot as we are.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad someone is. Yeah. Of course.
Oh, Zane, we would have had no way to tell that the weird Aphmau was fake.
Hey, not all alternates are obvious, okay? Besides, you'll be thanking me later when
Yeah, she really does sound like Orchid.
you're not killed.
I mean, well, they're both
That
wearing
doesn't sound
green.
too much
Well,
like
teal.
Aphmau.
Well, she's like
Yeah,
tearing
except for
teal,
the
you
arms.
know. Close enough.
Why
I mean,
did that
Orchid doesn't
police
always wear green, so that's not
that-
necessarily.
also?
I think the police is a custom NPC on a walking path, and they just have him walking back and forth.
Yeah,
But it's probably
that's
also the
funny.
case
That-
as we saw earlier.
Like, that's funny because we had him walk up to the door and be like, there's nobody here, and then walk
The door's
away.
closed. I gotta go.
Yeah, no, his detector system is also faulty.
And the weird eyes.
It does, but
Yeah, it's really unnerving.
why would that police officer
Not
you know,
really.
attack normal people, maybe? What's going on?
Oh, God!
Ah, what the?
Jane! I know you're there! I see your camera's working.
So the spears seem kind of different.
Okay,
Wait.
no, that actually.
Oh my god, the
Purge.
book ad!
The first
The
Purge
book
movie.
ad in the middle of this
Everyone else?
scary
I mean, he
video!
was squinting in the cameras.
Yeah, because we've
Oh.
never seen Aphmau advertise something like this and put this in front of the
Okay,
video
no,
ever.
okay, but
Not like
okay, but
Maestro
when,
just hit the like button several times.
okay, but when,
So we can't really
okay,
tell.
yeah, but A, those videos aren't meant to be scary in any form, and B, because like it happened to like things drop high.
I was
Oh
about
wow, you know, and B, when Aphmau did in season 6, she had little ad breaks that weren't a part of the video that hovering over. This is just kind of immersion breaking.
to. Also,
Also, side note, one thing I don't like about this Aphmau art is her hair color. Why is it purple?
Okay.
Like it's not even a dark purple. It's like a violet purple. Why is your hair so bright? Your hair's meant to be black.
Aphmau's favorite color is purple.
Why is your hair such a bright purple? I know black is like hard to like color and shade, and I understand that. But normally you just
That
make
might
it like a
be-
very
and
dark
that
purple
might
or a
be-
very dark blue.
I think it's to
Because
put
blue is
her.
made all the time, you know.
Also, I
That's
think
usually
it's to
alright.
put her. I think it's to visually put her apart from Aaron and Zane.
Probably.
Then why would you put them next to each
Because
other? In the
they're
art?
Yeah, I
like
guess you
them-
could have. I guess you could have swapped them for Casey and Pierce, but yeah, I don't know.
Just check and see and make sure, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hello? Pierce?
Yeah, good as finally
Okay,
see some
my
friendly
emotion
faces.
is gone and I'm leaving. I know this is going by the other continuity established by the server, but Pierce, what are you doing here?
I mean, actually, I
I
really
like
like it. I really do like his outfit in this. It's different from his
It looks like
server
Brock
outfit.
from Pokemon, but blue.
A little
I mean,
bit,
yeah, kind of. God, you know, just saying, this is a kind of outfit that I would put like Adam in. This is like a style of outfit I would totally put Adam in. Like you
Yeah,
have the
I-
vest and like the shirt.
I could even see Gold wearing something like this.
Oh yeah, no, Gold totally
Pierce,
also
how
wears
do you
something like
seem,
this.
More interesting.
Maybe too different.
Why do you
Uh-huh.
have your eyes
we
for
know which one-
minor demons? Like you don't have your server eyes, you have your minor demon eyes. So they're a lot more.
That might
like,
be
smaller.
why they suspect there's something.
With you?
As they know.
Oh, it's because I've been out there. Already killed 5 Saints. Is that enough for you?
What?
Oh, okay. I guess the alternates don't really have much for selection.
Why is the
Actually, that does
window
kinda make sense.
unboarded? At least
Oh,
put the lamp in
Because
front of
they
the
ran
window.
out of materials.
okay.
Aphmau
Wait,
said they ran out of
Okay.
materials.
No. Move the bookcases in front of the window, or put the lamp in front of the window. Put anything in front of the window.
Like I was about to say, Aiden does have a point here about the bookcase not being in front of the window. They could have just as
You could just
easily
scoot
moved that
it
bookcase.
over. Just cover up the window.
No, yeah,
with
if you
the
said that from the beginning, I would
bookcases.
agree with him. Yeah.
Or put anything in front of it.
Actually-
Wow, I'm so scared! Oh my god! Oh my god, no! They look
It's
so goofy.
Minecraft. We got to give a little bit of leeway for the fact
They
that
look-
they're going by
they-
Minecraft physics.
Listen,
Also,
if this show isn't gonna give good character depth or going to give hyper depth on the alternates as concepts, I'm going to, and you're not going to be scary. What are you trying to do? Genuine question. If you don't hit any of those 3, what are you trying to do? That's my answer. That's my answer. Gaggle Skuggle. No. Big sad. But yeah, also they look so goofy in Minecraft. Like that guy
Hold on,
looks
we're not
so
done.
goofy just
It doesn't have
now.
a
Oh,
face.
it's
Just
frozen.
like those others.
Why do they look so goofy? Like they look so goofy in
Let's go.
regular
Maybe
Minecraft.
Pierce kinda hot.
Kim! Pierce? That guy
Oh,
didn't look dead.
board the window!
Okay, so the
Board
fact that
the
Pierce has more materials, that's yeah.
Board the
you probably
window,
should do- yeah,
please.
this now was where I'd say board the window. Yeah.
Poison weapons don't kill them. They only stun them.
Oh, no, he ran out. He ran out. Okay, never mind.
Of course. Oh, God. Move the bookcases, man! Oh, man,
my
yes.
goodness, yeah.
Now, Pierce, stand in front of the open window. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, didn't someone do that in Murder Phoenix Jump High as well?
The shot didn't kill it?
No, but it'll buy us some time.
Wow, he's using his brain too.
I know. I
Oh
wish we
no,
had...
what a scary line, right, Aiden? Clearly that was meant to be scary instead of just a regular line.
Well, I'm still making fun of this show. So, you know.
Know how smart that was. I only got 7 bullets left.
Then we'll just have to be smarter. Work as a team, you know?
Let's save it for emergencies.
Yeah. So, any actual idea on how to kill these alternates?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, stand in front of the window.
Oops, assume.
Stand
I'm
right there.
already.
Fire. They're real flammable. The first Zane went up in a bonfire, and it took care of the other 4 as well.
Yeah,
What did he hug what did the on fire alternate hug them, being like, I got a hug?
You save you.
Oh,
I don't know how smart they actually are. Because we haven't seen that yet. So
the Aphmau
they seem to be
alternate.
going by instinct mostly. So
Aphmau alternate is very smart.
Okay.
being hot is wait, is it hot here or is it just me?
Oh my God!
She is next to the fire. In all fairness.
Wait,
Don't burn your butt.
Zane, don't you have like an incinerator in your basement? That works?
Well, yeah, I use it to get rid of contaminated material.
Ah, that's perfect then. Good thinking.
Well,
Depends on the contaminated material, so that might just cause more issues.
What?
no, it's nothing.
Oh,
really.
also, again, before you're like, oh, well, you know, this show will give its own context and stuff. But the thing is, and the way everyone's talking about Pierce here is they're acting like Pierce acts different normally. But from a viewer standpoint, if you ignore the server videos, you don't know how Pierce normally acts. So this wouldn't work. Again, that's why I said if you got context for all these characters beforehand, that's one thing. We have no context for any of them. I tell them.
So this is where I still don't think the opening itself is as bad as you made it out to be. I think more based on what you're saying now, it's more of a symptom than a cause at this point.
Yeah, it's just
the real issue would be the lack of like other opportunities to set things up.
We don't have setup. We just have hey, you guys should know from the server videos, kind of. I mean, at least how Zane acts sometimes in the server videos. So you should understand that somehow. You should understand his relationship with Kawaii and that it's how it is sometimes in the server videos. You know,
I mean,
sometimes.
Around you,
Yes.
we feel braver too, maybe.
No, it doesn't. It makes you.
She's back. The hermit
What?
alternate back.
Oh.
Okay, the hermit that line there, the Hermie alternate back, actually I love the panic speech here. That's one thing you don't get that often in horror movies.
Yeah.
People, like, actually sound like they're panicking. I remember at one point there's this video by ironically enough, another YouTuber that has a name based on a Final Fantasy character, ironically. But he made a video a while ago, like where he was sponsored by Sony, and Sony at the time were putting out a movie. It was like one of the like Insidious movies, so horror themed. And so what happened was in that movie they're supposed to like find a bunch of keys to like exit somewhere before, you know, all these like scary monsters get you, you know, your classic thing.
Yeah.
So what he did to you know help promote the movie was, you know, Sony gave him a budget, and he actually went to an abandoned hospital, hired some actors, and set it up so that he actually locked one of his friends in, who is known to be a scaredy cat, and told him to, you know, get 2 keys in order to actually escape. And there you can really see the difference between like the way that people react in horror movies compared to someone actually fearing for their life, even if they know that everything is fake. And it really stands out to me as like, yeah, it's not as polished as they make it out to be in, you know, obviously nothing as polished as they make it out to be in the movies. There's like whole studies about that, but you know, it stood out to me for that reason. So I like when there's like moments where like this, where someone actually appears to be, you know, generally like panicky and like reactive in the way that they're supposed to.
Don't move. She might leave on her own.
Oh, I hate the fact that she's
Oh.
using my identity to scare us. Okay.
Wow, I'm so
I mean, to use
scared.
someone else that day, it would be just as scary, to be honest, if it was someone else.
She's gone.
But you know what? It looks like you guys are doing a good job of keeping this place safe. I
How
think
does
it's the
she
start
know
of an
your,
A+
your
crew.
identity? Like Aphmau, your first interaction with her was running from her. Like, how did she? I don't think this ever gets explained.
Well,
How she actually
Pia
found
said
out
that, Pia
Aphmau's
said that there are
identity.
5 Zanes, so I assume that anyone within like a proximity, in a close vicinity to the alternates means they can like adopt at least their physical form, if not their, personalities or anything.
Maybe,
They
but
can at
like,
least, yeah, they can at least imitate them because Zane did not seem to, be fazed by the fact there were 5 of him necessarily.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
feels like it.
I guess he can stay.
All right. Does anyone have anything else? Don't have much upstairs.
Not much here.
I have some of these. Picked them up from a nearby house.
What? Wait a minute.
Something just occurred to me. Every time there's a transition and someone's like coming back into a room, we could have like, if they happen to be alone, they could be an alternate coming back in. I have to keep an eye out for that.
First we're living like dogs, now we have to eat like them?
It's food, and we're not in the mood to starve.
Agreed.
I mean, this is Zane's house, right? Doesn't he have food?
Yeah,
Yeah, don't you have
we know
food?
we're from this world-class survivalist. Here, I'll just give it a little bit of a shot.
Wait, you're not
I mean, if
seriously
this were-
eating.
If this were my street, Zane, you'd have cupcakes at the very least.
Oh,
save
you
it?
are.
Yep.
Yep.
wow, this
I
is
could've
so
told you
funny.
whatever.
This is so funny too.
Surviving.
I think the delivery probably is what lets this down, because I've seen this. I think this idea done before. In fact, I did a bit like this in D&D at one point. It wasn't the food being disgusting. That was actually Ghost who did that one. And there was the whole thing of like how like Lou was just so like done with everything, going on back to being like, I'm gonna clean everything. Like, yeah, it all depends like how it's delivered, I think. So that's what's laying this down, because then you had, of course, like Orchid in episode 2, where she gave herself brain freeze on purpose to save Scooby from poisoning himself. So
yeah, God, I'm just saying, I think Occult is funnier than this. Like, there are bits I'll just like think to myself sometimes and laugh at like a little Occult bits. I'm like, that was actually pretty funny that we did that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, there are actually
same
really
here.
funny bits of Occult. I don't know. I just don't think there are any real funny bits here.
Honestly, I would love to see the Aphmau crew do a campaign of some kind.
I mean, that would be
maybe
cool.
on Moika's channel, because they do stuff like a bit more as themselves. That would still work.
I think they do
Sure
do a campaign, or at least I think Andy's did one with a few of the Aphmau VAs, maybe.
Oh, I got to look
I
into that.
think so. I don't know.
I mean,
I'd have to look
that's
into it
true.
again.
We have to do what we can to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be
Can
glamorous.
we find other
some potato.
food? That's see. Wow, you didn't have to eat dog food. Cause no,
I mean, no one asked him before. Pierce was just like, "We gotta eat to survive, man. This is what you do in the apocalypse."
And then Kim was like, "Oh, I think Pierce is hot. Therefore, nom nom nom."
Okay,
Oh.
so this is how I would have like staged this bit if to make it work delivery wise. If Pierce was like, "This is what we gotta do. We need to make sure," and then Zane's like, "Well, but I have other stuff we can just do," and then Kim just ignores Zane, goes like, "I guess we have no choice. It is the only way." No, it really isn't the only way.
It really
It's
isn't
the only way. I gotta do it. I gotta.
No, but like as her Minecraft
that's-
character is eating it, you just hear her go, and she just makes a noise like, and then after she finished her Minecraft eating, But I don't know. A part of me wonders if the Kim voice here, she can't be too emotive with it. Maybe I don't know how I guess she can scream a lot, but like, I don't know how emotive she could be emotion wise with it. Or at least the way she's been her voice direction with Kim right now.
I mean, I have immense trust in Megami33 for this kind of thing. This is very similar to the voice that she did for Lisbeth in
and Sword Art Unbridged.
Yes, similar register for some of those parts, and it still kind of worked. Not for everything. The narration obviously. As I looked, I saw a stranger with a guarded heart digging in the snow. Like, obviously not that part, but like other parts.
That's something.
Better.
The more people we get, the more food we're going to go through.
You know, we could try foraging outside when it's safe.
Well, if it's ever safe again.
Kim is currently dead inside. No. That's the other Kim. She has the dead inside her.
Literally.
There might be something.
Oh, you know, it'd be so wild if in Aphmau's modern day videos, they're not good, but if she were to have a video where Kim ends up running into a live Emmeline, and they just end up casually interacting and just like ends up being I don't know, I think that could be kind of fun. You know. Being like, wow, you know, I feel so connected to you weirdly. It's like, I know, I feel the same. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Nothing, just my shed.
Wait, you've never been able to lie to me. Are you hiding something?
What doesn't mean I can't try.
So much for working as a team.
Doesn't
You know,
even
maybe
matter
we
how
can just
hard
keep
you
you.
try.
You've never been able to lie to
It's
me.
hard to explain due
You know,
to-
because we need
Oh,
to introduce
no.
the shed.
outside
We need to
then.
introduce.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Guys, stop fighting, okay? We can just go to the shed and we can find stuff and come back, okay? It's not worth fighting over. Let's work together.
Whatever.
Fine. But anyone who isn't helping is someone who could get us killed.
Yeah, what the hot guy said.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Kim.
What the?
Oh,
I was
those
kind of
are-
vibing with the idea that Kim is just so thirsty that even like in a survival situation, she just can't like control herself. Let's think what would happen if Quasi were in this situation. Oh wait, no, Quasi would have run out to like join the multi.
No, wait, Quasi was on the alternate Aphmau and be like, hello. Hello.
Yeah, no,
there."
yeah. KW then.
Oh, God.
All right, Aphmau's right. Fighting isn't getting us anywhere. First things first.
We need to see what's going on upstairs.
Right. But I propose a golden rule. Never leave someone alone.
Right, exactly. If everyone
That's
groups
why
up-
Aphmau was left alone 2 minutes ago. Aphmau was left alone 2 minutes ago when she was upstairs.
Please.
God.
up, then it'd be harder for those alternates to get a jump on us.
Keep that in mind. They'll watch you in kind, and you'll survive with ease.
You know?
So, who's going upstairs?
I really don't think I'm up for it. Pierce and I can just stay down here, keep an eye on things.
Oh, you want to keep an eye on
But
something
no,
here.
as soon as two people start to make out in a horror thing, they end up dying. This is a bad idea, Kim. You gotta split this up a little bit differently.
I'll go.
All right.
Zane, come on.
What? What do you mean? What?
It's your house.
Yeah,
Come
fair
on.
enough. We're only...
That is actually fair. You know, it is his house. He knows the layouts. He knows
Oh,
what the weapon
I
is.
See help for help
know.
away, all right? Good luck.
Got it. Come on, give me the bat, please.
And I guess, I'll just stay here with the gun. Yeah.
Exactly. Pierce already saved
Hang
us
on,
once.
I need something.
Okay,
Here somewhere.
go ahead.
I thought she was gonna say, I'll stay here with the guns. I mean, the gun, the one gun, not his arms.
Hurry up.
God. I mean, you know, I feel like I think the little bits here they play of Kim's attraction to Pierce is kind of nice, but at the same time, I kind of wish they played with it, even went way more overboard of it. Listen, I just want more.
Actually, no, that tracks for you because it reminds me of the bit that you did in our latest in our that Pixelmon series we tried to start, where your character, you know, classic bingo Aiden goes the dirty route, ended up going the abridged Brock route for a lot of your dialogue. Which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like a precursor to most of your NPCs.
Smart.
Got it.
Oh, what is it? Ooh, okay, nice.
You're gonna
Alright,
Rapunzel
come on, let's get
them.
moving.
Good luck, you
Yeah, that was a pan impact sound.
two.
Thanks.
Be safe.
He hit himself with the pan.
Coming from the game room.
You have a game room?
Oh, they've got matching concussions now.
Oh my god.
Buddies.
Hey.
Oh, I've never been anxious to go to a game room before.
Let's just charge in.
Uh,
Ah! There's nothing here.
I just
Oh, your
realized they
game
could
room's really
have gone
cool.
upstairs to the attic, checked the camera to make sure nothing was in this
Why
room.
are there boards on these windows? Aphmau didn't know. No, Aphmau didn't know about this room beforehand, and they didn't think to board any of the house beforehand. So why are these
There
windows
is a
also
chance-
boarded up?
There is a chance that during the montage, Zane came up to the game room and boarded up these windows specifically. I'm
I don't
being
know.
very charitable with that.
It really
speculation,
seemed like they
but
just
still.
focused on downstairs.
I mean, yes, but this could be the video telling us that they didn't. But again, I'm being
Probably
very generous
not.
here.
Mhm,
Devil's
probably.
advocate and all that.
Oh, look at all these games. You never told me about
Oh,
this.
multiple
This is kind of
board up.
cool.
Why don't you
Ooh,
board up?
so
Also, if Zane thought to
Metal
board
slug.
up, also if Zane thought to board up upstairs, why didn't he finish boarding up downstairs instead of wasting wood on these upstairs windows?
Well, I mean, you suggested before that the alternates can climb, so there's a chance they've been able to, you know, get up here somehow, even if it wasn't through use of a ladder.
Well, thanks. I've been working on this for a while now.
I can
Don't see
see.
anything out of place.
Maybe one of these just started beeping. It did sound like that.
We can always double check the cameras to be sure.
Oh, right. All right. Let's see. Oh, you got a VR headset. That's kind of cool.
Wait, I don't own a VR headset.
Oh, it's on a headset. Ah, get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
Okay.
Ah,
I'm trying to hold still!
get it off! Ah,
I'm trying!
get it off, Zane!
I'm trying to kill and hold still!
Whack it! I don't care!
Yes, kill the VR headset. Like it's just bashing Aphmau constantly. There
Okay.
we go.
That was an alternate? I can take her.
Incinerator. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So the
So
alternate.
to answer the previous question, the alternates can, it seems,
Yeah.
imitate stuff that is not just physically alive. Okay.
Come on, let's burn it!
Come on, come on!
Ah,
Wait,
guys!
everything all right up there?
Guys! No! We found one! We're putting it in the incinerator now!
What?
We're gonna burn
Oh no, don't go down here. That's where the shrine is.
Burn, burn, I say!
Go!
Can you imagine an alternate shipping shrine with just a bunch of like, you know, different? The fan art is different. It's all of the worst crack ships of the series.
Oh my god. Dante X Zane alternate.
Yeah, that's. I feel I protest this one on 2 levels actually.
Not here yet. I'm so traumatized from that before.
What do you mean? You got an alternate to almost suck off your head? Wait.
This effect's really good.
Oh.
For me.
That sounds wrong.
The
Nothing.
SFX thing.
Nothing.
I thought Ghosty's comments. I thought I meant Ghosty's comments.
Nothing. I made a comment and I'm not good.
Alright.
Oh, gonna kill me. Why?
All right,
did I
well,
say that?
Bon, if you watch the VODs, that's all the bingo.
That's what I meant. It was accidental. That one.
Okay.
Dude, seriously?
What?
Why do you
You
mean
want
dog
some? Here,
food?
don't knock until you try it, yeah?
Wait, stop.
Ew. Wait. See, this would be the perfect time for Kim to take out any dog food she remains. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna give this another shot. Oh, ow. Yep. This is great.
I don't know if it would work as well as a bit the second time. There's a
don't
very
know.
famous scene in I've told you a bit before about like the show Red Dwarf, right? It's a classic sci-fi, well, which is you know the kind of like the most like famous sci-fi comedy basically. There's a particular scene where two characters are stranded because like one of the spaceships has crashed on this you know snowy planet, so they can't escape, and they have been and they're trapped there for a while. And one of them actually does have to eat dog food at one point. There's a whole point where he's literally just psyching himself up, being like, "This is a great blend of beef, chicken, or like I don't know whatever he said, like basically, you know, and all this. It provides me with all the great nutrients that I need, and it is going to taste delicious, delicious."
Important question though. Important question. Can dog food is like dog food like cooked chicken or like raw chicken?
I don't know.
It may be raw chicken and raw
I
beef.
don't know. Listed
I
does
hope
specify.
not. I hope it's not. You're
I
gonna
didn't
get
specify in the
disease.
scene, so we'll get into it.
I'm worried about food safety than anything else.
I'm more worried what we're gonna do when we're out of people food.
Oh,
That's a good point. But about just food in general, I mean, the dog food itself Pierce is eating quite a lot of it right now. If they don't know how long they're going to be here for, they need to ration this out. In that episode, Red Dwarf, they actually the actual guy goes for like 16 hours without eating the first bite of any of the food that he has.
I mean, smart.
Oh, don't worry.
What?
Hey!
Then we eat Aphmau.
Me?
Wait a minute.
And then, if we don't have a new food source by then, I'll lay down my life and let Kirst eat me.
Wow.
Okay, fair enough. You know.
I can see the logic from her perspective here. You know, of like, you know, Zane is taller, so there's more of him, and then Aphmau will be more of a fun-sized meal, let's say, according to like how they talk about this. And of course, Pierce, because again, by that point she's more thirsty than hungry.
You know,
we shouldn't even joke.
I think Kim wants to eat Pierce still, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that's definitely on the bingo.
That was intentional. That's intentional. The other wasn't.
Yes,
I
did.
Right, for trying to lighten the mood? Oh, sorry, I'm not always super serious, but joy is important too.
You were literally talking about eating your friends.
It was a joke.
I mean, I am.
Was it? It seemed like a half joke.
No sense. I mean, that also feels like an occulter aside, like a random thing that, again, I would say. I feel like I definitely got a lot of my humor from Aphmau over the years, honestly.
Kim's right about one thing. We do need more food, and a food source would be better.
Maybe we find other survivors.
And some real weapons.
And
will
eat
hurt
them?
later.
Maybe they would want to share in their food rather than...
No.
You know,
I say we eat other survivors. I say we eat Aaron. I want some ab souffle.
Ab souffle.
And
Based on how I know how I think souffle is prepared, that would be awful. That just
some peck casserole. I don't know many types of food. I don't know. Four-arm spaghetti.
Joke is catching on.
Four-arm spaghetti. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Spaghetti.
Let's see. What would be?
I don't know. Toe soup. What are we got? I'm just.
I'm not much of a feet guy.
It's food. What is food? I'm vegetarian, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I don't think the cannibalism will work for you. I'm gonna be honest.
No, probably not. No, I
survive this. If we're loyal, smart, and brave to one another.
Stand near the window. Do it. Stand near the.
Wait. Hold on a second. Loyal, smart, brave. Those are the Hogwarts house traits. He didn't say cunning. That's the one he's missing right now.
Yeah. We can save as many people as we can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why are you looking at the window?
Question also. Can you eat the alternates?
Actually, that does get answered in season 2. I will say that.
Okay.
Okay. If we all work together, then we can make it out of this night alive.
Although, pause here. Although I will say,
good frame.
I will say, though, I assume eating the alternates is like eating cannibalism because they're somewhat emulating human meat. Somewhat.
Yes, which means they would have the nutritional value of human meat, and therefore you would be able to survive.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like an infection situation because otherwise you have to pretend to be someone. So you know, obviously it's not a disease that's spreading necessarily. So yeah, that's why like from. I don't know what their senses do, but from what they've established right now, it seems to make more sense than, I don't know, other survivors. Oh, I saw Kim's leg. I thought the clap was just her kicking Aphmau in the shin. I was like, what was that about?
Listen, she just really hates Aphmau. Why is everyone just clapping? Are you children? God.
I don't know. Zane tried to do the 6-7 meme.
Oh, God.
And that explains why that window was not boarded up.
And this marks our first death. I also count it as our first stupid death. Because standing near
stupid deaths, they're funny because they're true. Sorry.
Because standing in front of an unboarded up window when alternates are outside your house is dumb when you can stand anywhere else in the room.
The idea of a clone existing to cure your doppelganger is the Germanic folklore for generation, but the recent trend of alternate can be traced back to the movie The Thing. Oh, well, fair enough.
But yeah,
Which
no,
again,
like
I believe that film also came out in the 80s. Again, land of PG meaning something.
but I hate the fact that he died like that, because again, he died because he was stupid despite his character being built up as somewhat apocalyptically intelligent. Weirdly. And that's what kind of annoys me. It's like, why do you have to freaking die because you're stupid? And that's what I hate about a lot of these deaths. A lot of these deaths
known as the day that you almost called Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
like,
no, you're right.
I don't like a death's happening because the character's stupid is one of the things in the show I despise. Because I'm like, look, if a character's going to die, at least have them die because of either A, unavoidable circumstance, or B, just something comes out of nowhere, but they couldn't predict it, or I don't know, or they get caught off guard or something. But no, it's like a character puts them in a position where they theoretically should know better, and then get killed. You know, it's like you should know better. And like, and that's what makes it, and that also makes deaths feel forced, because like we have to kill off character. Let's have them do a stupid thing. It's like in a horror movie, you know, when like someone would be like, "I'm just gonna be alone, walking to the dark part of the forest with no one around." Yes. Oh my god, it's an axe murderer! Ah! It's like, what did you think was going to happen? You know, it's like, and I hate that, because like I want these deaths to be, I don't know, make sense, and like have the character not be dumbed down, just be like, well,
yeah,
had to get them killed.
There's definitely something to be said for like the idea of, you know, even despite like all of the characters' wits and you know, and you know, abilities, that they're still overwhelmed by the threat. It makes the threat seem much more, well, threatening. So yeah, I can see from that perspective. If it's just, you know, their oversight and it's just essentially Darwinism, then, you know, it doesn't pack the same punch from a scare perspective that it would otherwise.
Ah! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Oh,
what?
I guess she just peaced out. All right. She's like, well, I'm satisfied. Bye.
And also, now the window's open, so now you should move the bookcases in the way. I know you're gonna have to like scooch Pierce's body out of the way, which that's kind of gross, but you gotta have to move those bookcases in front of that open window
have to do
now.
The thing about the Family Guy thing with like Peter and the Frog. They're just gonna have to.
Oh no! Guys, we gotta cover the window now. We gotta be careful.
I gotta get something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So bear in mind, Zane has gone off alone after Pierce established no one should go off alone. So
well, to be fair, there's only three of
them.
There's only 3 of them now, though, theoretically.
So they can all go. I mean, if something comes through the window, then you know, then there'll be no one here for it.
But it may be a headphone situation though, because if something gets in the house and then hides there, it could catch them off guard and kill them with relative ease, as well, if they like turn their back to it. Because alternates, like again, the Aphmau alternator right there was strong enough to burst the window and pull Pierce's head off. So theoretically, it's strong enough to rip someone's head clean off. So theoretically, if an alternate were to get to jump on people, even if they're in a group, and someone turned their back for half a second, it could easily like snap their neck, rip them in half, etc.
You know, it'd be really scary actually if there were alternates that were disguised as the glass shards that were part of the broken window.
I can't believe it.
I'm so sorry. I wish we could have saved him. I didn't see it coming.
Poor Pierce.
Okay, I've got lumber.
Why
Out
didn't
of
we
the
have
way.
this covered in the first place?
Oh wow, Kim could just deadlift it in you know, most of a human body. Wow, okay. Bear that in mind. She's got +5 to strength apparently.
Sorry, Pierce.
Kim, what are you?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Looks like you're trying to hide a body.
Not hiding it. I'm hiding it.
Wait, do you think that
I mean, that does make sense. You know, they do have an incinerator.
Pierce was an alternate?
No, I just don't want his corpse sticking up the place.
I mean, yeah.
That is also fair, but now Kim has also gone off, which means that which means now at this point, both Kim and Zane could have re-emerged as alternates. Just to bear that in mind.
Whatever, it's fine. Let's look through the house, make sure that it's fully secure.
Wait, you had lumber that you could
I
have
wouldn't
just
mind
put
seeing where
over
the cameras
the door, over the window
I
this
want to
whole
investigate
time?
this. Yeah. Hey Zane, what is your brother's name? Couldn't be Ian by chance.
Too.
Yeah, good call.
Make sure it's still
I
in.
hate the feeling like we're never safe. Makes me want to hide away and never come out again.
Don't be a baby.
Excuse me for having feelings. You know, not all of us.
Guys, stop, okay? We just went through something. If you
I feel like they definitely got the prompt from improv to be like, always be each other's throats. Like, make sure
Because
there's
of
something
Apocalypse.
that will blow up for each other.
want to
Yeah.
argue, fine, but it's really getting old.
You're just being bossy because you have no actual idea what to do.
None of us do. Who has an idea what
Yeah,
to do
about
right
to say.
now?
Pierce did.
And did he tell you? No. Somebody says
Yeah,
step up
he
and
did.
lead, or
He-
nothing is going to get done here.
Well, I should be in charge then. This is my
I mean, I would definitely, I would definitely vote the scientist who is prepared for this. But anyway,
house and my security system.
No way.
I have reached this house and prepared for the apocalypse for the last 30 years.
Oh God.
Alexa, lower the drawbridge.
We need someone ruthless who knows what
Honestly, Keston doing a rendition of Show-Stopping Number would be amazing.
to use empathy, Zane.
Oh, please. You're not the only one who found my baseball bat down there.
Hey!
Ah!
Oh,
Guys!
wait, you wasted your bullet! You had 8 originally, you shot the alternate twice.
Thea said
What are we
7
down?
bullets. So,
What are we down to,
yeah.
like 5 bullets left? No, 5, 4, we're running out of bullets! There's a bullet in the ceiling now! We're running out of bullets! This is a problem! Stop shooting the gun! Please! We
Listen,
need...
I'm going to
You gotta
leave.
hit the
Because I'm
wall.
someone who can think
You can
outside
hit
of
the
myself,
wall
okay?
With the baseball
it?
bat. You could do that.
I'm someone who can think outside of myself. Again, I like how she's not saying all the right things in this case.
All right, if it gets us through all this, just don't put any more.
It's also very Aphmau. One of my favorite quotes from like actual creator Aphmau of all time is, "It was better in my head than I thought." Just when she was like getting flustered about like her Uno tournament not working.
holes in my roof.
And you're kind of nuts, so I can work with that.
Wonderful. I'm glad that if all it took was wasting a bullet. You're good at the big picture.
Dang.
stuff.
I
you
do
just
actually
go
kind of
camera
like
reading?
Savage Aphmau here. Okay, I do kind of enjoy the
What,
fact
really?
you being Miles Savage.
Yeah,
You know, that's
I mean-
kind of nice. You know, again,
Yes, like you said.
this show is still crap, but there are moments, fleeting,
fair enough.
fleeting / a few, but they
Right.
exist for like half a second. But you know, they do exist technically.
Okay, well fine, we'll symbolic Levi drink for Sassy Aphmau.
Saspel, I call her.
Scored the cushy job.
Oh, I designed this system. I should be running it.
Zane, it's because I need help getting to the storage shed out back, the one you were talking about. And Kim's been a bit distracted lately, don't you think?
If you mean being wishy-washy hot for Pierce, sure.
Well, she doesn't have that distraction anymore, so she can focus now.
Let's just be quick about.
Also, now I'm thinking again, if Kim happens to be an alternate now, you've left an alternate with your entire security system to watch wherever you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
We don't know
Let's
if
go.
they have like a hive mind situation.
Okay, you good to go?
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
No,
She needs to communicate that. That's also true.
but what choice do I have?
Not much. All right. We can't live in this house forever. We need to go outside. at
And we don't
least
even
at
get
some
the
point.
boards back.
Might
They
as well
just
be now.
go away.
We can't live in this house forever. It's been an entire 30 minutes.
We
need
have
the
been
fresh air.
we have been in here for like 2 hours. We have to do something now. Oh,
This world didn't have COVID.
Hey, just
apparently.
be quick and take care of ourselves.
All right. Keep an eye out.
Don't worry, my one eye's working overtime.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Just what I wanted.
No
Intense.
depth of field
It's
for
fine.
you.
We're all a little weird in this situation. Let's see. All right. That weird creature isn't here. Come on.
Okay, get in, get in.
Come in. Come in. Hurry up. All right. Let's see.
Like was just saying come in, even though it's his shed.
Everything looks good. There doesn't look anything
Maybe
crazy,
maybe
right?
she
Coast
meant
clear?
something more like
Yes,
come on.
hurry.
I don't know.
Honestly, this
something.
whole setup does remind me of prop hunts from back in the day, but with because like it's the kind of thing where you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna check all of these different like barrels, see if one of them is someone hiding in this case. But obviously, in this case, the person hiding in prop hunt, the person hiding is the one who's being hunted, not the other way around, which is the difference.
Just hate being out here.
All right, let's see. Oh, prune bars? That's what you have?
We just watched someone eat all dog food. I don't think prunes are that bad.
Why do you have dog food? Why do you have dog food? Okay, so out of universe, the reason why the dog food's here is because you install either A, installed a mod, or B, like change the item to look like dog food, and that's why it's here. But in universe, Zane, you don't have a dog. You don't have a. Why do you have dog food? Who has dog food? And you don't have a dog.
Yeah, maybe he did have a dog. Does he have a dog in the server? I don't.
No, he doesn't.
Choose pets today.
No, the only one who I think has a pet in the like main server continuity is Kawaii-chan. That's like a pet cat.
Of course.
Oh wait, also Pierce has sheep, but he has like a weird thing for sheep in the server continuity. Like
That's
those are the only two people who have like pets consistently, of course. Sometimes obviously they adopt Aphmau when she becomes animal, but
Yeah, but sometimes they themselves are animals. Yeah, that's different.
Grabbing things here. Oh, wait. Ooh, Zane. What's that? Something out there?
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. It's cool. There's an
This-
alternate, and it's gonna murder
All right,
me,
perfect. Zane.
and that's why
Zane, this is funny. Zane,
I don't think it's a joke.
please, this isn't funny. Oh no.
Wow, this alternate Aphmau's so
Yeah,
scary.
hey, here's an idea. Go back to the shed.
No. Please, no, please.
Oh, see, she moves like an iron golem. I think that might be the texture pack. I think they might just use iron golems for this.
Okay, I just gotta make a run for it. I just gotta go. Okay, I should be fine. Okay, alright. It's okay. Just over this way. Please don't come this way. Please don't see me.
Why did you run to the back?
Okay, I made it.
I would try to get to the back door, maybe. I know
think
she's
because
kind
the
of.
alternate was a bit too close to the door.
But like the front door is even more dangerous to get to because then you have to spend more time outside.
She'll probably actually like go through the window unless Kim has already dealt with that situation.
I don't know. Oh, come on, Kim, please. Just as long as Kim can see on the cameras. Zane, is that Zane?
Yeah, but again, what is Kim gonna do with the cameras is the question.
Yeah,
Because,
it's not like they have like any
look,
like
Aphmau's-
lasers.
Oh no, Aphmau's in trouble. Well.
Zane, what are you doing? Zane, what is he doing? Is he trying to tell
Behind
he said
you!
Nota is currently eating my legs.
me something? I'm gonna go in the house. Zane? Okay.
He's saying behind you, maybe,
Shh,
or maybe
go
he's just trying.
Oh no, it isn't. Oh, it's a police officer.
Zane! Run!
See, he's the one who should be looking behind himself.
Got it! Run, Zane, run! Get inside! Go,
So you can shoot them.
go!
You shot it.
Move!
Well, except for weirdly the
Get it!
Aphmau alternate. The Aphmau alternate you shot like twice, and it didn't seem to do anything for some reason.
Yeah, because she's an iron golem. She's got more hearts.
Zane?
No,
Oh,
out of the way.
God.
What the? Zane!
Well, you have more boards? Where'd you get the boards from?
Where is he?
What happened?
Hey, ow, ow!
He abandoned his post because he got scared.
I think that didn't they take borders off of something? They took borders off of somewhere. I think.
Aphmau,
They
I'm
took-
sorry.
Aphmau took them off the door. Aphmau took them off the
Well,
door,
I
not
hadn't
Zane.
seen anything.
Maybe Zane looted Pierce's corpse. Loot that body. Loot that body.
No,
Well,
because
time
Pierce's
I
corpse got burned.
left.
Pierce's corpse got burned. His head's
Yeah.
outside.
So what? Oh yeah, I guess Kim did finish taking him downstairs. Yeah.
Didn't even seen anything? You left me there for nothing?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry!
Oh, you will be.
No, I get it, I'm a bad friend, but Aphmau, you could have left me with that officer thing!
I could have, but you're my friend and I wouldn't do that. Got it?
See?
Then I think a punishment is in order.
We can make him eat all the prune bars he had hidden and see what happens.
What now?
The toilet could be your friend.
No, food! We need the food still! We need the food!
Yeah,
This is not the time!
If anything, make him eat the dog food, obviously.
Oh, you stash hoarder! You
Not
would keep it
again!
far away from us!
I didn't think about that.
That is not exactly what I was...
Alright, I decree that all of Zane's rations belong to the group.
What? So I only get 1/3 of a portion?
Yeah, we already agreed that. I thought we were already spent. I thought we went down to shit to get food. That was the point.
If anything, that was already implied, yeah.
What do you mean? It's not new.
No, you go ahead and starve!
Look,
No,
I
he
didn't
gets
say
one.
sane for him to starve to death, all right?
Thank you.
I think confiscating every single snack is more than enough. But more importantly,
We were gonna do that anyways. That's why we went to the shed to get food.
don't have phones, so this
Wow,
is
guys, just watching this makes me realize I was wrong about the alternates as a show. It's a hidden Aphmau gem. This show needs 5 seasons and a movie. 5 seasons and a movie. There's so much character depth. The situation is so complex and interesting. God, this is such a good show. I 100% see
a bit. It is starting to break apart a bit for me at this point. I will say it took 19 minutes to get to a point where I was to get a point where I was like, yeah, this is starting to like fall apart for me. Which is almost half the video. That's not the impression that Aiden gave you when we started this. So the fact that it took this long is already my expectations have already been surpassed.
Man,
I so low before.
I see exactly what the whole fandom sees. I know I'm being facetious and stuff, but like it's still I don't know. I just have a hard time just seeing what the Aphmau fandom sees, or at least what a portion of the Aphmau fandom sees. Said portion is also leans slightly on the older side, so it's not just younger kids. I could see like maybe I don't know, a 7-year-old getting entertainment from this. I can see that. I mean, not that I think 7-year-olds deserve better entertainment than this, but I can see how maybe
agree with you.
I can see how someone younger could get some entertainment out of this. I just can't see what the older fan base gets out of this. I cannot see why this is worthy of being on the Aphmau Diaries channel. I cannot see why this is worthy of a season 2. I just can't see that, and I don't understand that. Because this show is at best a messily written mess.
Well, again, we're about halfway through at the moment. So, as somebody who has always been on the older side of Aphmau's fan base, even back in the day, before the people who are currently the older fan base grew up, and they were the younger ones, even then. From my perspective, while this is definitely not something that I would put on and like watch again over and over or something, it's not destroying me. It's not destroying my faith in the human race like it clearly is for you. So at the moment, like again, it's only started to be like in this scene where I was falling apart, and you could potentially chalk that up to the improv, and either not remembering what they did before or trying to make the best out of the scene at the moment.
I guess, but it's also the fact that, especially like with this show and the alternate season 2, again, you juxtapose it with Mermaid Tale season 2.
Yeah,
and that's part of my issue. I don't
written with different people in mind. Like if it was to exist, and does exist, it should have been put on the main channel, rather than the Diaries one. That's really the problem with how they've distributed it. Not necessarily with the show itself, but just with the way that they've done the separation or lack thereof. It's a little bit.
I do think the alternate season 2 is slightly better than season 1. But again, the
Mhm.
bar is in the underworld for the alternates for me. It's in the so I mean, me saying season 2 is better than season 1 is like, well, duh, because the first season I already despised. I already despised the first season, therefore, the second season being slightly better, it's like, okay, you know, it's a lot more. It's like obvious that's going to be slightly better because you know they're just trying a little bit harder. Season 2 seems like they're trying at least a little bit more in this season. This season they're not even. This season's giving like the regular Aphmau videos on our main channel.
Which
It's
is why it's on the
giving
main
that.
channel.
Yeah, but it just gives those exact vibes. And those videos are so bad.
Then it's in the right place. This video was what I feel was what was marketed properly for what it's supposed to be. Once we get season 2, that opinion might change, and from what it sounds like it will. But for now, I can completely see why this is the way that it is and where it is.
I don't know. For Aphmau, in my perspective, I hold her to a higher standard. Even with the main channel stuff, sometimes I hold her to a higher standard because the thing is, I know she could do better. I know she could do better than this. Even with this being mostly improv and first person, I know she could do better with this concept. I know.
But also, couldn't you like apply that same standard to like us potentially? Because we have done you know, elaborate productions in the past, particularly with gacha stuff. You've done cinematic Minecraft role plays, and yet years into like into you know, us making content together, we made Drama Club.
Drama Club is kind of a mess. I do kind of like Drama Club, but also it's kind of a hot mess.
Yeah, and it was partly because and I think the issues with it really came down to, well, partly was the mods not working in cases, but it was also the improv. I feel like what holds this back a bit more is the same thing that held us back as well. You know, people being on different wavelengths and having different styles of improv itself, and even the very idea that someone suggested that we don't actually like let everyone speak and have people like actually just rely on text and such, that would have been even worse. But
oh yeah, no, that'd be so bad.
yeah, so and you know, because like we were just not able to get to the point. At the very least in this stuff, and also with Fingers Drop High, Murder Fingers Drop High specifically, what they seem to have done in order to make the improv work at least a bit more than how we handled it was that you know, our version was, you know, like a means to like, okay, well, this is the beginning point and the end point for the scene. I don't think they had a complete end point for each of their scenes, which is why they tend to, you know, drag on the way they do. They have definite, like, you know, outlines of like of what's going to happen, like some like story beats in the moments, but not necessarily, you know, in as much of a structured way. So they're kind of like allowing themselves to be a bit more free with it, and some of the time it's worked for them. They've you know, but in moments like this where they have to, you know, call back to what's happened before, or make the characters.
Oh, it's just like in those gacha videos. It's like in the gacha videos where people don't script it ahead of time or don't review what they wrote previously.
Exactly.
and then it ends up being a huge mess in the video. Like, half the video is like, wait a minute, this literally contradicts like what happened in the first part of the video.
Yeah, although conversely with Drama Club, we did at least like outline what we did, and in some form of script, in some script form. But I feel like it's definitely a case of like, you know, the middle of the road not working. You know, this represents like this. We have the two extremes of, you know, improv versus versus full scripted structure, and we were like sort of in the middle, which is why like we kind of.
I will say full. The thing about full scripted structure though is it makes it super easy to call back to things and tie things together. Versus improv, it is a lot harder to naturally tie things back into each other. Going back to something like Occulta, we managed to do it on occasion in episodes with like looping around to like an idea in an episode or something like that. But at the same time, that's a very difficult thing to naturally happen, especially in this kind of improv form.
The way that this might have worked, and by extension, the way that Drama Club might also have worked, or something if we do something of this nature again, is going back to something like My Street Season 1, or like that era particularly. Those moments where obviously Aphmau's dialogue sometimes, like in the middle, like the narration that she did was improvised, I think, but the things she was actually saying to the NPCs, they were like being interacted, they were coded in, or she had like something that she'd already prepared. So there was kind of a script there, and the NPCs of course like had dialogue that was just command blocks. And I think for season 2, when they started to use like the actual VAs, they just like, well, they had the script as well, but they already like they had their lines sent in. What you could do actually is go back to what you'd have to ask this question. It's kind of like there's an Eddic video that I saw a while ago, which is about like Half-Life, where the AI is self-aware, and in that video, it's that video series that's about Half-Life, where the AI is self-aware. It's actually just people like saying like, oh, the AI is like having like all these like very funny moments, but it's all actually done by actors. So essentially, what Eddic said in that video was that it was theater. That's you have something that you clearly rehearsed and like worked on. It's just being filmed, and that's essentially what My Street Season 1 was. It was theater, but just most of the characters were command blocked, which is why the pacing issues don't happen like you would if someone was typing on the spot trying to improvise in a text format. That's why the polar bear method doesn't work for me. So you could, in theory, do that kind of thing, but with other existing actors, and just have people rehearse what was done for like a particular scene, and then kind of do it in the moment, or even like give them a script and have it almost be like a film set. That could also work, and probably might iron out all of these issues with continuity that weren't caught in the final edit.
You can watch out from behind our backs,
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll be in charge of one of the walkies, and one of you can have the other.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? No, you can't even communicate if you're in person, Zane.
Yeah, especially over
I guess, yeah, there was the whole hamster dance thing.
walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Oh, please tell me that someone ordered a pizza.
I wish.
Oh, what?
That'd be great, actually.
It's the
That would be
apocalypse!
worse.
It's the apocalypse!
Although-
What do you mean?
Although there is a line in Night of the Living Cats, or I think Curse of the Living Cats was the second episode, where Travis does say it was it might be the pizza that he ordered, and that's when he opens the door. So I guess in terms of like Aphmau actually scripting out these things, she still made the characters dumb on purpose in other horror-related things.
I mean, yeah,
Even,
but I will
even
say...
Caitlin tried to reason with cat version of Kawaii-chan before she like let Aphmau and Aaron go. So
I will say
there's a risk,
though,
of course, that Aphmau manufactured a bit more of like of the stupidity, if that were the case.
Yeah, but I will say, at least with Nights of the Living Cats, part of the absurdity of the situation is being turned into a cat.
That is
You
true.
know.
Caitlin's last words were "remember meow." So yeah, absolutely.
Versus in this situation, you have scary doppelgangers of yourself actively trying to pull your head off, rip off your limbs, snap your neck, etc. This just the situations are just a tad different, just a little bit, just a pinch.
I guess because the source material takes itself much more seriously, when you're trying to adapt that and make a comedy out of it, it's not as easy. You would need the flailing zombies from Apocalypse if
you need the situation to come off. You need the situation to be less dire, and that's being less gruesome than being beheaded.
Honestly, maybe we should try a one-off zombie apocalypse video and see what happens with like different characters.
Check the cameras. Let's go check the cameras. Check the cameras. Let's go upstairs. Come on.
The
Thanks,
static.
Cam.
Sorry.
Guys, stop, okay? We gotta keep our voices down. All right. Let's see.
Well, that's not the front door.
Also, I will
I know,
say
but-
in this
I-
video, I despise how Kim and Zayn fight. I know they're in a situation that's kind of tense, and sometimes that brings worse out of people. I understand that. But at the same time, it makes it, for me at least, as a viewer, very unentertaining to watch. It makes Kim and Zayn in this situation very unlikable, both of them. And I don't like that.
I guess I guess it's kind of like how in Ben 10, like Ben and Gwen particularly, like they didn't get along properly at all because they were by design complete and total opposites. But
that doesn't make it always enjoy.
Yeah, one of my favorite aspects. Yeah, one of my favorite aspects of Ben 10 overall, it's just always been the case even from the beginning, is the fact that once this one of them or both of them are in mortal peril, they will just straight up work together.
Yeah,
there's no sort of resentment.
It's not like the time they were in the.
There's the odd time that Ben might like drop Gwen as Stinkfly or something, but always pick her back up again. It's
he would never actually let her get hurt or go too far with it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the difference, and that's something that that I love about the show, being like, okay, just because two characters don't get along does not mean that.
Doesn't mean in a life or death situation they're going to be like, oh, I hate you more. Not to mention, it's just I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating. This video. It's like I don't enjoy hearing people argue. Frankly, especially in real life, I hate arguing. It's very emotionally triggering for me, and I do not enjoy watching stuff where people are arguing constantly because it just gets annoying. I'm like, cool, you don't like each other. Shut up, though.
Very ironic with that context.
Well, okay, I don't like to argue. I will.
I mean, honestly, like this kind of thing, there's like very low stakes, and obviously we're not like jabs at each other or anything. So that's why. Yeah, that's
wow, Jacob, you and your mustache. Haha. Get wrecked, son. I'm really good at being.
Not an ad hominem attack. What are you, an Alpha Sisters fan?
Wait, really? Wait, they actually.
Oh yeah, no, but what the second review I did of Alpha Sisters, the one that like they caught wind of, even before the video started, they started like attacking me in the comments before I even like actually pressed the live button.
What? Wow, that's awful.
Okay, it's got an axe.
Oh great, monsters with weapons now. Fantastic.
Why hasn't it broken in? Okay, what should we do?
Well, it's got an axe to grind for you.
How about a vote?
No, it's not worth it. It's fine if it kills Zayn, but if it gets Aphmau instead.
Wow, you're really nice, Kim. It's fine if it kills this one person. Man, this is making Kim so likable. I like Kim so much as a character in this.
Ben and Gwen could never.
Kim.
Thanks.
I'm scared.
Well, they could, but they would never.
Okay.
Yeah, but Gwen wouldn't be like, well, it's fine if Ben gets murdered by Bill Dax. That's fine.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They could, but they wouldn't.
No.
I get it.
Okay, well, I think the kill could be worth a shot. I mean, we have a gun, sure, but we need real weapons to
Why not use the attic windows? Unboard one of those windows and then open that window a little bit and just take a shot since we're near the front of the house and just snipe it. That'd be that's my opinion, the best way to handle it.
I mean, it depends. I don't think any of them are good enough, snipers for that, but we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably.
There's only 4.
We need something that has longevity. Being scared is not going to stop us from being eaten.
Well, we have a baseball bat.
But
You gotta be our tiebreaker, Aph.
Come on.
Well, me. Look, I don't think that thing is going anywhere soon. We should kill that alternate. And I already.
This is actually kind of like a bit of a return to form for Aphmau being the tiebreaker or the mediator, or it feels a bit like classic Maestro.
Have a plan.
I will say, looking back at this, I mean, at least this version of Aphmau has a lot of good leadership qualities, and that is a major defining aspect of this version of Aphmau. Which, I mean, that's a good thing I can say about Aphmau. I mean, Zayn and Kim are being awful right now, but at least Aphmau is being a good, strong leader.
Yeah, you know what? Well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to get a better Levi drink moment in this video.
Yeah, you're really not.
Levi drink for sassy leader Aphmau.
Yeah, I just God, I just can't handle. I can't get behind the whole Zayn and Kim right now because they're so awful, awful right now to each other. It's like, oh my god, this is not enjoyable. I don't want to
Trust
watch
me.
several minutes of them arguing.
Okay, good job.
Unless it turns, unless maybe Kim is actually an alternate and she's actually wants Zane to get
Totally, yeah, that's definitely what's happening. Definitely not Farley riding Kim at all. Definitely, that's not why.
Hey, look, that they have both gone off on their own a couple of times. One of them still could be an alternate. So.
Possibly.
Be realistic about letting an alternate into the house.
Well, regardless, the pitfall is done, so now we just need bait.
Obviously, it should be Aphmau.
Wow, Kim, you're such a nice person. Well, obviously, it should be Aphmau. That's not what you say. That's not what you said. Kim!
I'm surprised she didn't say Zane immediately after that came up.
Me?
What's his idea for the bait, after all?
True, I mean, it was your plan.
Maybe we could just bribe it like a carrot or something, Maybe it's a vegan or something like that.
You don't have a carrot.
Fine, I'll do it. Let's do this. Zane,
Okay, that's
get
a
in
good
position.
plan.
Kim, man the door.
Got it.
Right, I'll hit the lever after you.
Got it. Alright, let's see.
Okay, you got this.
Oh, who's at the door? Is that the pizza I ordered? I like pizza.
Alternate Reese appears. I have your delivery. Anyway.
I don't think the
Alright,
alternates
not
can talk.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, it's like we haven't heard them talk at all so far, at least. I mean,
Well, if the idea is that they could actually become someone else, it stands to reason they could mimic human speech, because otherwise they're gonna get themselves away. Just be like, hey, what do you think, Zane?
no, it's like no, they just gotta mimic a mute. They just gotta mimic a mute person. That's all they gotta do.
Oh no, they're
You'll never tell the
parrots,
difference.
So they can. They're essentially parrots. They can only mimic what they've heard the other person say before. Oh no, that's a kenku. They're kenkus.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
They're ready. Go.
See? Oh,
Well, go. Say something to it.
it's just
Make it
staring
cool
at
or
me.
something.
that's what it's doing.
You got this.
Kim, if you keep talking, it kind of gives away that you're hiding around.
Yeah. Maybe they don't have good hearing, apparently. Like in my street, how werewolves don't have good hearing when it's convenient. Only when it's convenient.
No, and no one has peripheral vision. Yeah.
Definitely interesting looking. You come around here often? Do you sell Girl Scout cookies?
Okay.
Do you have anything
It's me for Scout cookies. Excuse you.
in...
Oh, geez. Man, look at him.
Cam, why you?
Go, go, go!
Cam,
Inside, Zane, pull it, Zane, pull the thing!
Hitting the lever!
Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Sorry for the delay.
That actually worked.
Oh.
I got the axe.
Nice of you
My effing legs, Aphmau.
to drop it!
Oh, we have a weapon. I can't believe that actually worked.
Wait, you didn't know it would work?
I was very scared.
Ah.
Hey,
Well,
Kim.
I mean, how was I supposed to
are you
know it'd
hungry
work?
for
I don't.
anything? You want some
Yeah.
prune bars?
Yeah, again, they have long arms. They could just climb out.
No way.
Well, not that
You know what
one.
they did
That
to
one has
Zane?
normal arms,
No,
just
go
with
to
a
the
tiny
bathroom,
face.
By the way, you can hear him through the hall camera.
Oh, he actually ate them. He ate like...
Oh, well, all right, okay, Kim.
But you, no
Jeez.
wait, but your inventory had seven bars originally. Your inventory had 7 bars and like 3 dog food. So he didn't eat the prune bars because you didn't get any more prune bars.
3 and 1.
I mean, yeah. There's no issues with the videos, guys. Trust me.
Well, no, again, we've seen this. A transition just happened, so Zane could have taken a prune bar during a passage of time, and then had to go to the bar.
No, but Aphmau got 7 prune bars from the shack. She had 7
and she
prune
still has
bars.
all of them in her inventory. Okay.
Yeah, so Zane can't eat any prune bars because there weren't any more prune bars.
What is...
Unless he has another stash somewhere. He really is a stash hoarder.
Why
That's-
prune bars?
No alternates detected. None here either. Oh, it's in the house.
Well, we have to do something about it. Zane's busy.
I know.
Imagine if it was like some of the wood they used to board up. That's why Zane had more, because it just came out of nowhere.
We can take care of it ourselves, I think.
Okay.
It's that weird thing on the cat. That weird thing in the middle of the room, though. Apparently.
Oh, never mind. Wait, actually, no. It's the bat. They've had it this whole time. It's been with them all along.
Why?
What?
It was
have a
Agatha
baseball bat.
all
You have an
along.
axe and a gun.
Yes, but fine. I'll trust you with it. Please don't fire it randomly.
Don't
okay?
trust Kim with a gun.
Oh, no.
She's being mean. She's mean.
Kimmy with the gun, Kimmy with the Kimmy with the gun, Kimmy with the
She's
gun.
being mean in this
Let's be
episode.
careful. Let's see.
I hope you die, Kim.
With the gun.
This looks different.
So it's
I mean, I wouldn't have given her a gun because I still suspect her. but,
definitely
yeah.
one of the lamps, right? But which one?
Well, it's just a lamp.
That
But-
pink lamp wasn't in the corner. All his lamps are white.
Yeah, it's
Oh, or not. Oh,
Let's just take out the trash.
okay, never mind.
Didn't need Zane at all. We're so efficient.
Yeah, these 100% are alternates. Look how they're standing.
How did it get in the house?
Aphmau!
I thought you were the
No, it's my nightmare too, Zane. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, but they're.
Okay. You know, in isolation, not a bad line.
What?
Seriously?
We didn't see this before on the camera. What?
He's the alternate,
Did you check the basement on the camera?
and he took me from the bathroom. Oh, says the ugly one. He took me from the bathroom.
Ah, too much talking. Shut up. What?
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of occulta, this
Oh God, Nathan threw both knives both at both orchids.
Why not just kill both of them?
I mean, I swear, if Kim suggests that, I'm going to be livid. Please do not suggest to murder both of them.
Maybe BB also watched this video before that episode.
I'm the real Zane. No, I'm the real Zane.
Ugh.
If that's supposed we could blame.
Here's the thing. So what you were saying before with the status
Apparently
quo,
they can.
actually for this particular scene, the whole status quo thing you mentioned earlier definitely would have been important. If they wanted to do this from the beginning, then they should have set it up so that we know, so that we have like a more of an idea of Zane and Aphmau, or maybe because I assume Aphmau's going to ask the question,
Or Zane's
before
life,
this
or
point.
you know, I don't know, something about him.
Yeah, or Zane's measurements and facial proportion if we want to go the doctor route.
Like we did with the lamp.
No, no. Wait, you broke my lamp?
Look.
Don't believe me. It's my lamp, you liar.
Okay, guys, tell us something only Zane would know.
I don't eat fiber for things to work, so I have to eat a lot of prunes.
Yeah, you do.
I pick on Kim all the time because I think she's really smart.
That sounds like something an alternate would say, trying to, you know, try to get on a good side.
Yes, they would rather die than admit I'm smart.
What do you know? I really wouldn't. I love living.
I may have to take your
Don't
word for
believe
that, but which one's the real one, you think?
Wait, you're making a mistake. Thank you.
I hope this is the right one. This one looks so real, though.
I am real. Now, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
the other one is
Let me do it.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, don't.
See, speaking of handing alternates a gun,
Hey, whatever floats your boat. There you go.
Wait.
Apparently, the alternates can
it's a
talk with
Zane
this
with the
scene.
gun. It's a Zane with the gun.
Also, the alternates can talk. Earlier, I said the alternates couldn't talk. I know there's a certain alternate later that is talking and doing stuff later. So yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't want to say the alternates could talk until we got to that episode, but apparently it's been revealed here, so I can say this now.
Oh, all right.
I can say that out loud.
I don't feel comfortable making this so soon.
No,
Maybe I made the wrong decision after all.
Huh? I told you.
Wait, what?
Yes, I destroyed the best weapon you had that I could have used against you. I am a mastermind. Like I said before, the alternates don't seem to be very smart either.
Why would I throw the gun?
Would you?
I don't know.
Yeah, why would you also, that's a good question actually. Why would you throw a metallic object into an incinerator? It's still probably there. It's very hot to the touch, but you can retrieve it.
I
Just
mean, you
turn
can
off the
retrieve
incinerator
it.
and wait for it to cool down. Yeah.
Ugly thing was me.
Yeah.
It looks
Sorry.
exactly like.
So sorry.
Never mind. Never mind.
Whatever, just get me out of here. So, you guys sure I'm real? Not gonna try.
I do at least appreciate the fact that you know, because of how like Minecraft voices work, you couldn't tell which one like actual Keston's voice was coming from.
Try and shoot me.
Said we're sorry, okay?
Yeah, I mean, we could throw you in the incinerator.
I know that for like years, even like back in my street.
Cam, Don't
playing around with
suggest to
different,
murder him.
They had multiple player accounts to use for this kind of thing. So I can see how they did it. Just still gather. I'm surprised they're still doing it that
That's
way.
what you really want.
What I really want is this really you?
Wait, guys, calm down, okay?
I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
now
will
they all
say.
have concussions. All of them have equal concussions. Now.
I will say, I don't actually mind that Zane is still a bit peeved about, almost being gunned down by an alternate version of him because they didn't believe him. That I think is a pretty
Orchid was
fair
quite peeved
anger.
when that happened as well.
I think that's a pretty fair thing to be a little bit peeved about. That's fair. I would be a little bit upset too. I would be a little bit mad. I'd be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Maybe the zombie apocalypse thing should be done as our culture characters. No, I'm kidding. We could honestly do like a mini game or something as them at some point.
Good.
Oh, that
Only
would be
weapon is
so funny.
gone. That alternate really got rid of our defenses. Let's see what's going on. Alright, there's no alternates here. What the?
It's
KC!
KC!
Why is she over there and not over here?
I don't know, maybe she couldn't make it. Oh no.
Well, I mean, you didn't summon people. She might have just been in her own
You
house.
think she's hurt? We have to get to her!
But who's going out there this time?
What do you think? Do you think she's hurt? I mean,
She's running
around.
around. She's running
I
around.
don't
I
wanna
mean,
leave without
I
someone
guess
there
she
with
could be
me.
mildly injured, maybe like scratched or something. But I don't. Well, she's not hurt.
Yeah, Pierce was pretty smart with that one, but Zane has a hard time with that rule.
You all do. Whoa! You all do. This is bullshit. Ugh. Anyways. What do you mean? Zane has a hard time with the rule. So do you. So does Aphmau. You all break this rule multiple times. This is like
Follow the golden rule.
What?
Unless you won't forget.
Kim, you're already unlikable right now. You're not helping your case. Seriously, woman. Seriously.
Friends, but do not pretend. Yeah. You're not also a brainlet.
Almost killed me, I left you alone, it all works out.
Okay, fine. There's 3 of us. We can't leave someone alone. So we're just gonna have to go all together.
Fair enough.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Come on, let's move.
Looks like we can hop
See that's what I was talking about when we mentioned like the window, like them all going together. That's what I was referring to.
over.
Alright,
Like,
yeah, we can.
do the people who like this series just like the animations and like the way the death scenes are animated? Is that why people like this show?
If so,
Is
they
it
like
so-
the
is it-
collective,
is
they
it
probably
that-
enjoyed a collective minute of this.
Is it vain? Is it that vain? What? I don't know. But again, stuff like that. I'm like, what do people like about the show? Is it a vain like or a superficial like of like?
We have the comments for that. We'll find out.
I don't
eventually.
understand,
Keep it
Jacob. I
in
don't
Say
understand.
anything.
Aw.
Go, 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 go. Move it.
I mean, I don't understand why you despise it so vehemently. Like, for me, it's just kind of mid, to be honest. But yeah.
Because this is being held up as an Aphmau roleplay on the Aphmau Diaries channel and by the fandom on par with her other roleplays. That's like if Realm Royals was like being held up to the standards of My Street or something and being talked
That
about
is true. The
in the
saving
vein of My
grace of
Street.
Realm Royals is the fact that it isn't as adored as everything
Wait,
else.
here too.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I get so frustrated when people like praise something. I'm like, okay, maybe I could see how you could like this one small aspect. Then like I look at everything else. I'm like, I still don't understand how you could like it as a whole. I don't understand.
I think you've just described the miraculous hatred without intending to. Because yeah, I feel like if that show wasn't as popular as it is, people wouldn't mind so much about all the stuff that really like irks them.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna pretend like it's a perfect show, but I'm also not gonna be like
It's the worst show
why do people like this? Is the worst thing ever? What a terrible thing that all these characters do or something. Hey, the villain is doing something villainous. Who would have thought? Like I'm not.
The
gonna do
villain's
that.
being incompetent again somehow.
Well, yeah. Even though the point is you have a smart protagonist and dumb antagonist to contrast each other. But anyway,
I mean, yeah, but even
I could
that,
go on and on about that. I go on and on about that.
yeah,
But yeah, people probably have such a reaction because it is so popular, and people like how do some people like how do some people like find this like so beloved? So I'm actually curious in that way because I'm a person who really loves Miraculous, and I can and. I could absolutely they'd have multiple discussions about that kind of thing with people. In fact, I have done that in the past.
yeah. I mean, for
so
me,
we definitely would need somebody. That if hopefully, I mean, I don't know if we like know anybody specifically who was also like really into the show, but yeah, if there's anyone out there who can offer a different perspective, please in the comments. Like we genuinely, like I said before, we genuinely like want to know, even though. I know.
Even though
like
I do get frustrated though. So you do get to hear my frustration in the stream. But yeah, like I am genuinely kind of frustrated. So I am interested in hearing it, but at the same time, I'm still super frustrated. So I guess I don't know. And like the thing of Miraculous for me is like a love-hate relationship. I love certain aspects of it, but then I despise writing choices, character choices, certain stuff they choose to do with the writing or missed opportunities where like they set up a perfect opportunity and then proceed to either not do it or not expand on it or just ignore it or like downplay it completely and just ignore it. Stuff like that where it's like I get really frustrated with Miraculous. So far, I am loving season 6. So far, there's been an episode of season 6 I hated. There are episodes that I question aspects of, like Sublime. I question how bad Marinette is in that episode compared to the rest of the season because she goes.
At that particular moment in her character, absolutely. By the way, I wasn't intending for this to become a regular discussion. I was just using that as
but like there are aspects of season 6 I, for example, question. I'm like, I don't like certain moments or aspects, or like I feel like certain stuff, like for example, I feel like Marinette should have been more aware of what's her name's feelings, Sabrina's feelings, and episode Daddy Cop, or at least tried a little bit harder. I mean, I feel like she's a little too dumb for her own good there. It wasn't her fault about the whole conversation, but she was a little too dumb for her own good, for example, in that episode. But I'd say I wouldn't say...
That's another thing that I remember there's some... Just like the backtracking for a second, that's actually one of the... I said before there's like playing people who really have that much of an outrage. There's actually a video that's called... I think it's called Marinette's the worst female protagonist of all time.
Okay, well, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Yes.
She is... her protagonist writing goes up and down. Sometimes she's actually a very poorly written protagonist, but she is not the worst. There are so many worse protagonists.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, even aside from that, and also that video was made like during the Velma hype, I think, or the Velma anti-hype. So I don't know how they got that conclusion. But anyway, the point is in that video, there's actually the person starts off by like skipping over the first couple seasons because they're trying to like give a little bit like a breather basically for the character. So like, oh, she hasn't improved because these things happen in season 3 onwards. So the first point really is all about like how she got her father akumatized one time, and then you get like the synopsis of what happened in the episode, and it was just Tom Dupin being like extremely paranoid, which was not Marinette's fault in the slightest. The episode where she like quote unquote dated Cat Noir, it was that one. So it was like,
it was Where
absolutely
Papa.
Not up to her.
That was Where Papa.
There you go. Exactly. So that's that was the example. Bear in mind, though, I also don't know most of the names, the English episode title, because I
think it was Where Papa, or is that the season 6 one? Maybe the season 6 episode. Yeah.
No, you think of Where Papa's. That one I actually do know. That one is season 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will
go back to it.
I will say, also to be fair, some of the frustration of Marinette is the lack of consequences of her being creepy, because people think the writers think it's funny when she.
I think one writer does.
One writer thinks
put it down to specifically Thomas Ashbrook
thinks it's funny to do
actively pushing for it.
Which I was going back to like older TV shows recently thinking about this, and I thought about Lab Rat's Elite Force recently. which was
Okay.
the spin-off of Lab Rats and Mighty Med. In the context of Mighty Med, the character Oliver wasn't creepy towards Skylar, but he did have a crush on her, right? And that was a whole thing. They had like a whole really wonky relationship. But then you move over to Elite Force, and that's mostly the Lab Rats writers writing that show. It's pretty much just exclusively Lab Rats writers taking over that. And they made Oliver creepy to a point where it was like really uncomfortable. But it was all played for comedy and jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're violating this girl's boundaries constantly. This isn't funny. This is just harassment. This is just harassment.
Yeah, so by no means is it like you know like an exceptional quality. It's still it's
yeah.
Still
It's just I just hate when people play like harassment of people for comedy reasons.
My
like
point about
you're
bringing up,
just
like, that video of, like,
harassing them.
Yeah, my point about bringing up the video of, like, you know, oh yes, you know, Mariner's the worst or whatever, is specifically because, like, again, it's another example of, okay, well, you're taking all these different things that people would not usually have a problem with, associating it with, like, what you've already perceived, and then, like, you know, hyperbolizing it because, you know, you've already got that idea. It's essentially confirmation bias at that point.
Yeah,
Again, I mean, I wasn't planning to turn this into a miraculous discussion. It just ended up going that way. We egg each other on. We egg each other on so much about this kind of thing.
And one final thing about miraculous, I mean, to be fair, bringing up the fact that Marinette does get people akumatized, in my opinion, while I think a lot of the cases aren't fully her fault or there's no malice intent, I think why it gets brought up a lot is because, especially around that time, Chloe was brought up like, oh yeah, Chloe causes a bunch of akumatizations because she's being mean. And then people bring up, hey, didn't Marinette cause these $50 akumatizations? And they're like, well, she didn't mean to, or it's like, well, you know, she wasn't being mean intentionally. It's like, yeah, but like, if you're using the point of Chloe caused akumatizations as a point why she's bad, you'd have to bring up why Marinette's bad because she also equally causes just as many akumatizations. And granted, Marinette's technically out of ignorance and like being a
the
stupid.
Circumstances are different. This
but like
is something, by the way, that you know how I said before that I want to eventually do that full on like deep dive like scripted project about like the different miraculous, like go through like every episode in detail at some point, probably on the Bus a Bunch.
I mean, in my opinion, I would do that in like a seasonal thing, like season 1 going through each episode, season 2 going through each episode, make it separate videos.
Why would I do it out of order?
Well,
okay, he's muted. So what I was going to say was that, you know, when I eventually do that, no, I forgot my point. Oh yeah, when I eventually do that, my plan is actually to tally up, like, you know, the amount of times that, you know, Marinette actually causes an akumatization versus somebody else, or like the amount of times that something happens accidentally, just like as a subcategory. I want to keep track of like a few things as I'm going through, and then, like, you know, eventually after the episode breakdowns, make a point about that later down the line. So, you know, that's why it's got to be more structured, because I want to make more points.
Yeah,
and of course, I want to talk about like the 3 different dubs that I'm familiar with: the French one, Spanish one, and the English one. So,
anyways, I'm back. Yeah, sorry I got interrupted. Anyways, what I was saying though was, I'll probably make each season its own video. Like start season 1, then season 2, season 3. You know.
No. That's what I meant was I want to eventually like go into like, you know, every single episode like give its own video. Because I also want to compare the 3 different dubs that I'm familiar with.
Yes.
So that would take a long time. So if there's particular points about it, like I want to be like, you know, I want to be like more thorough. So it wouldn't make sense to divide it by season. I could divide by season if I were doing something along those lines, but much like, you know, much like for other things, I'll save like doing like a season dissection or something for something like maybe like Maestri, because I've already like looked into in detail, because I did eventually like have that idea of being like, oh yes, what about doing videos to some of the different seasons of Maestri, you know, kind of like how Write It Out has done ones based on like, you know, an entirety of a different Aphmau roleplay, like Heartpoint or something. I was thinking of doing that at some stage. Yeah, but so I'll save that idea for something along those lines, but I want to go into detail because a lot of people who analyze Miraculous also go the route of, oh yes, let's make these connections and you know, not go into detail because the video doesn't support that. That's kind of like what I'm trying to, what would be the antithesis of to some degree. And while also tallying up things like, causal accumulatizations and stuff in the background. So once I get around to that eventually, that's one of the things I'm looking out for. That's why I brought it up. Okay, finally, let's get back to this.
Maybe she's inside.
Right.
Stay sharp.
Still don't see anything.
All right, go, go, go.
Right.
Shh. Go in.
I see.
Come on, Kim.
I see.
It's just the idea of like over the crowbar there. Oh, hey guys. That's brilliant.
you, Kim.
Whoa!
JC, are you okay? Are you hurt? Oh, I miss you so much.
I'm all good now. See ya.
Oh, just having you here is making my life worth living again.
I'm so happy. It's been so.
Okay, so we don't have an establishment between these two, but that line, particularly from Zane, would give someone the inference that something is going on with them in this continuity.
I mean, yeah, but what is going on with them? Because again, like I said on the context of the server videos, they bounce between crushes, close friends who may have a thing for each other, or boyfriend and girlfriend.
We have more time now to establish that, other than the first 10 seconds. So so what I'm saying, they've got a good starting point at least.
From the other survivors.
Other survivors? Wait, where are they?
I ate them. Casey ate them all.
Sure, we got separated, but I think they're still around the area. Or they could be secretly alternates.
Yeah, that's true, but...
Well, we were all trying to get to Zane's house.
What? Why me?
Yeah, why him?
I think I see it. You think Zane's security system would be pretty good to have around, right?
What?
Well,
No,
you
wait.
also thought that because
No, wait a minute. You shouldn't know. No, wait. Okay, Kawaii-chan shouldn't know about the security system. I'm not saying this as like a hint or anything. I'm just saying no one should know about the security system because Dane said he made it as soon as the apocalypse thing started.
Yeah, he rigged it up with like his own supplies. Yeah,
no one should know, and the only person who could have realistically told them would be someone like Pierce, who got murdered. So Pierce is dead. So Pierce couldn't even tell them because Pierce only found out about it, and then got murdered. So
yeah.
And there was no walkie-talkies.
Having that or a big weapon or something.
So yeah, that's where I would be suspicious if it weren't for again the improv situation, because clearly this is literally them doing yes and the classic improv thing.
Yeah,
unfortunately, in this context, because again she shouldn't know about that. She should have asked the question, but I guess I
love
on that.
Wow, I love having knowledge that it's like when someone is in D&D metagaming. It's like, yes, I'm gonna use my knowledge that I shouldn't possess. Like Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
To have been like those puzzles. We shouldn't need those one I can see now. I'm guessing that Vin is so used to people his other groups not role-playing as much, they would use their own outside knowledge normally. And we wouldn't because we're so strict about we're so strict about metagaming that even if one of us knows an obvious solution to a problem, we're just like, I can't stop myself because this is how it's got to go.
Yes.
Case in point, Cocaine Bear episode. Why do I keep rolling so high? Give me a natural one for once. I have to see this through now.
I think he did have one at one point.
What? We have cameras.
It's fine. All right, let's try to get out of here then.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Huh?
I mean, do you want to look for the other survivors if they're actually nearby?
Huh?
What was that?
Okay, honestly, I was prepared for after the muffled sounds through that door to actually not lead to the outside, but instead lead to a basement or a closet or something, and for the real Casey to be tied up in there. That would have been actually creepy if they went that direction.
And then they turn around. It's like, oh yes.
Well,
Is that a giant?
would you look at that? Better close the door.
We have to help her, guys.
Kim, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay, I know Michi is the worst from other things. If you're just watching this on its own, you wouldn't know Michi's the worst.
And you would know that Kim isn't the worst. You would think that she's like this everywhere. If anything, they should have swapped roles. Michi should have been the one who was.
But
who
Kim,
was there the whole time, and Kim was the outside.
You're the worst. I hope you know that. I love you normally. Well, I mean, I don't really like Server Kim because Server Kim I find annoying with the way she's written. But she's not She's not malicious in the server for conduct. She never like malicious. She's weirdly into magic and potions.
Okay.
But she's not malicious and mean, except for when she's like the Sea Witch, Ursula kind of character in like the mermaid videos. But that's because she's explicitly a villain in those videos.
Yeah, is Kim supposed to be kind of like the Lucinda because they couldn't?
Essentially, yeah, that's what she is in the server video. Okay. She's essentially the Lucinda. She's Lucinda without a hot voice. Essentially,
which again, we know Megami 33 can do that because again, as I watched a stranger with a guarded heart, but obviously, character Kim could not.
God, I miss Lucinda so bad.
That's the thing. It's kind of like with Nathaniel, where he's like, I can't make him sound attractive, but hey, his personality will do it for him.
No, he has cute. No, the thing about Nathaniel is I would define him as cute and not hot. Because there's the difference. Because there are characters I consider hot and characters I consider cute.
Yes, that's fair. What I mean is
Daniel is cute. I would define Aaron as hot.
When we started Quest of Rising Sun, I actually was tempted to make a character with a voice that I knew would fluster KW. I was like, wait, no, I want to bring back Nathaniel from the one shot that we did years before, and just make him a bard. And then it turned out that was the solution anyway to charm the character.
Go
back.
Without the voice.
Back off, ugly.
What did you call me?
Not you. It's you. Come on, let's move. Run. Go.
Come on.
Okay, Michi's weirdly nonchalant. I was like, okay, yeah, why not? All right.
Why not?
Come on in. Let's go. It's not gonna stay out for long.
I thought they were gonna close the door in her face.
Hashtag kill him. Anyways.
Well, it would have been Michi, but I meant Michi's face, but yes, Kim too.
I didn't ask to be saved, Oh, knock it off, Michi. You're alive.
I could take it and keep it all by myself. There's always one character who's like, I didn't ask to be saved. All right, back to the side you go.
Wow, Michi in this is... I will say Michi in this does kind of give off Jean vibes from Season 2.
Okay. All right.
I've mentioned Jean since Season 2 to you, just because I mentioned the voice actor changed because his original voice actor is sick.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like my Season 2. Okay, fine.
All right, let's just get going. I don't want to leave the base empty for so long, all right?
Yeah, and the food's vulnerable too. That's the most valuable thing in this apocalypse.
What do you mean you have the food on you? You have the food on you. We have never established you storing food anywhere. You found
it. She doesn't have the dog food. Maybe that's what they mean. Also, speaking of food,
this is
Casey's house, right?
Yeah.
And Casey always has
baking stuff at least.
Like baking, yeah.
Yeah, her thing is
baking ingredients in most.
Casey's thing is baking. And Noise thing is weirdly cookies. He's not really in videos nowadays because I'm pretty sure his voice actor is busy.
Gather round, everyone! Dog food pie.
Actually, I mean, I will say, theoretically speaking, maybe it would make it more tolerable. It wouldn't be good, but it would maybe if you put like some sugar and flour and baking powder, maybe.
Well, I don't know about sugar and flour for dog food. But anyway, at the very least, you would have guaranteed cooked chicken this time, unlike the vague possible rawness.
Oh yeah, you're definitely eating salmonella. Ew.
Speaking of which, Michi, do you have any food on you?
I have the best pasta, tagliatella, stracciatella, and salmonella.
Oh God.
Or any weapons?
What? No weapons.
But like, what do you have?
Like, what do you have, Michi?
To the wolves.
Well,
wow, we regret saving you.
Better
than nothing.
Hey, look, it's better than dog
Better
food.
than nothing. It's better than dog food. Pierce just offered you dog food. I think we're in a better position. The gun did get burned despite not being
Maybe we should go
flammable,
back to the
but
house.
we're ignoring
The rest of us
that.
can do a sweep in this house for any remaining survivors and food.
Wow, Michi, you were really lucky to survive without a weapon.
Yeah, you know me, surviving.
I mean, I threw corn at them constantly.
All right, come on.
Oh wait, that's how she got told her stuff. Here, it's like, here, take corn, don't kill me.
See, the ultimates actually do concuss easily, unlike the rest of the characters.
Surviving and stuff to survive.
Maybe Kim and Zane will drive any alternates to the house and away from us.
Oh, guys, come on. These are
Okay,
friends that we
to
need
be
to, not
fair,
now.
I don't mind Michi being horrible and unlikable. You know why I don't mind Michi being horrible and likable? Because that's in Michi's character. Yes. That's who Michi is. You know who
that's why
isn't
I'm saying
horrible?
Michi should have been introduced like when Kim was. Instead of like swap out Kim for Michi and have Kim be the one who's rescued from the giants.
It's just like it's like Kim is never like even in the main server video, she's never portrayed as mean or horrible. So I don't know why her and Zane especially are being portrayed as mean and horrible. I mean, Kim's even worse than Zane in this. Like Zane, you get a bit of mean in this.
You know, like I told you. Here.
Yeah.
All right.
I got it.
Come on.
I'm gonna miss you, Casey.
Aw, you can hold out a little longer. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, will he be back soon, or will he be an alternate?
Just try not to die here.
Well, what if Casey just came with us instead?
Guys, come on. We're in the middle of an apocalypse, all right?
Are we gonna just keep standing around?
Wait, now Zane's the thirsty one. First it was Kim with Pierce, and now... Wait, actually, now I think about it, that also would make sense for Michi's character. Michi is very thirsty for Reese at one point, and then, you know, like, that's...
Well, she's also thirsty. She's also thirsty for Aaron, Lawrence, Reese. She's... part of her character,
so,
at least
actually,
in present.
Absolutely, yeah. Kim, I'm really convinced of this now. Kim should have been swapped out for Michi.
Or are we gonna do
maybe Michi's voice actor wasn't available to roleplay those bits, so they had to they had to be like, okay, I guess we'll just do Kim instead here.
Yeah, that's a shame because we haven't actually had like many like Zane and Michi like one-on-one interactions.
Outside of like the two they had in like the date episode, they've like interacted.
Yeah, and that's even saying that, you know, at one point they were like the antagonists of My Street.
I see you soon.
Come on, let's look around.
Kim and Zane need to rest their voices, so we're gonna have to have new voices.
They've earned a break. Let's switch it up a little bit with you two.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Ah!
Wait, Rice.
Cardio, don't fail me now.
Oh,
another
Cardio?
friend?
yes.
Cardio.
I
Maybe you mispronounced it.
I think he's...
Oh, I thought he had a pet of his own.
Oh, by the way, this is one thing I just remembered. So you know Sean's voice actor from the Music Freaks, right?
Yeah, well, I
heard
him.
Heard him. So apparently, I didn't realize this when I initially watched Knights of Guinevere episode 1, but he voiced a background character for like 5 lines. And I'm just kind of happy that he got like that kind of work because that's really awesome. So yeah, this is a little thing I just remembered.
Go to a high school again?
Michi, come on.
Hey, come on! As if it would break into Phoenix Drop High. Save that for season 3.
Come on, chill.
Well, we can't just leave him alone out there.
Exactly, Casey. The alternates are gonna take us over if we don't get any.
Yeah, he went the other direction.
Survivors, okay?
She has very bad sense of direction, apparently.
Let's see. Let's go through the back. I think this is the best way.
No, he went. Okay.
This way. All right, I got it. Let's climb up the dumpsters and go through the window.
Ew. No, wait. No.
Yeah, I don't do trash.
Oh my god.
He's basically garbage.
Wow.
He is not.
Okay,
I'm impressed. No comment on that one, Aiden. All right.
I love this banter going on.
I mean, Elida, the text is kind of breaking the tension, but you know.
No, I meant about Casey saying I don't do trash, and then Michi specifically saying comparing Zane to garbage.
Get out of here.
I mean, I don't mind that, you
The
know.
alternates are around. I'm not gonna stop you if you want to stay out by
No, you don't mind. I'm just impressed you didn't immediately jump on it to comment on that.
yourself with the alternate.
Let's get this over with.
And there we go.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't do trash.
If only the bookcase worked that way. Well, yeah, so yeah, especially like considering like how much you like the sleeping with the fish line.
Go in and up. And keep an eye out.
The power chisel and bits, and I think in whatever mod they have to slide blocks around.
Stay close.
Okay, Aphmau, I don't like this.
I don't either.
And they both land on their feet.
But it's a situation at hand.
Aphmau did too.
We need to make sure Rise is okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for the whole Mifa thing.
Alright, wait, Aphmau, don't get too far ahead.
You know, one thing
I
I don't actually understand about the server continuity though. So you have I guess not always in server continuity, in this continuity specifically, because this continuity they're Mifa. I don't think in server continuities they always have Mifa years and stuff. But
Okay.
I do wonder, why isn't Rise a Deimos in this continuity still? Because if we're going to,
why was it Noi? Is he a werewolf normally?
No, but we haven't seen Ian right now, or at least at this point in the show.
No, I mean normally in the server, is he normally a werewolf?
No. No, Kawaii-chan and Michi, I think, even in the server, aren't really Mifa normally. I don't think. Maybe.
Yeah, so there we go. Oh, you mean? Oh, you're saying why isn't Rise a Dame? Oh, but if they get to be their original species, why
yeah, I'm like, why do we draw a line at Deimos? I mean, I guess Aaron's a human.
Same with Pierce.
I guess Aaron's a human in this continuity, or at least.
Or is he? You know, werewolves can hide their ears and tail, after all.
Don't
I don't.
I
guess werewolves don't exist because in season 2, we have Daniel appear, and he's not a werewolf, so. I guess werewolves aren't canon. Why do Meatball get to appear, but everything else we draw the line at? Is there a reason? I find that weird. That's weird.
And not to mention also they have like their the ear textures from the early days, and not any of like the new ears and tail that they've had. Well, I say the new one, but like the newer.
Like I said, a real weapon?
That is a real... Whatever. Keep close. Keep it down. Come on.
See, again, I don't mind Michi
that's a
being
weird
horrible.
convention of everyone complaining about like everyone else's weapons.
Rise.
Well, because everyone gotta hate each other for Apocalypse to work for some reason.
You go first.
Yeah, I have a weapon. I'm gonna... Rise! Rise!
Okay.
It's clear.
You know, have you ever seen The Crafting Dead?
The Sky Show?
Well, the one that was originally SG Barbarian, but then Sky did.
Yeah. I watched a bit of it. It's been years since I watched it.
Yeah, no, in that one particularly, like everyone seems to mostly get along with each other, with of course the exception of like when betrayals happen. But yeah.
Yeah, or like you have like an antagonist or something.
Yeah, I mean, particularly like Nick and Ghetto, who are like obviously like the main two from the beginning, from like the origins of that. Like, you know, they get along swimmingly most of the time.
Alright, keep moving. Keep an eye out for alternates. They can look like anything and everything. Rise!
That's not
No,
right.
that's not. No, doesn't go.
He looks like Billy from American Dad. I have been saved. Thank you for freeing me from this prison.
Close it! Shh. Keep it down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I just...
Okay. This is not fine.
No, it's not, but... Wait. I think I see something. Don't make noise,
Got it! Run! Go! I'm too pretty to die. No, it's fine.
Wait.
That
Okay.
feels more like a Michi line as well. Everyone's beginning Michi's personality today.
Why is that's not really a Kawaii? Okay,
Yeah, I know it's a Michi line.
Especially with before I mentioned how in this apocalypse they don't explore how everyone feels about the deaths, their emotions, or whatever. They don't get proper explanation of that, right? Even going back to Pierce's death in this episode, they're sad about it for a moment, but then it feels like all the characters pretty much move on after that death. Essentially, they're like, "Oh no, Pierce died." Anyways, which is a very hollow way to handle a death in a show. Because it's like,
Yeah.
it'd be one thing if they're a one-off side character who we don't really get a chance to know much and they just kind of exist. But these are supposedly people who everyone on the street knows and are friends with and have connections with. So you think the deaths would affect them a lot more, weigh a lot heavier on them.
So far, we've only seen one death, and that was and even then, like, you know, two people acted practically in that situation. Another one was, you know, falling apart because thirsty. So, you know, we have at least like had proper reactions to the one death that we've seen so far. Where they're really dropping the ball right now is in protecting people who are still alive. That's where it feels like they're not properly reacting like they usually should. They're all acting kind of like Ted in Guided Like musicals.
Yeah, honestly, part of this also feels like it's being played out like a game, or like their lives really aren't at risk. It's just like a game, which, for context of this world, obviously it's not a game, and their lives in universe are supposed to be at risk. And like, I don't know, I guess it just kind of annoys me. Also, it feels like this episode not much has happened so far. Like, we spent like about 20 minutes to 25 minutes in Zane's house, just kind of like hanging out. Pierce got murdered. They talked about how the alternates are dangerous. We kind of snuck around, but it kind of feels like not a lot has happened, I guess.
Well, I mean, most of the tension is actually, I feel like this is kind of like harkening back to movies like Alien, for example, where the whole thing is about like survival, while the characters are, you know, kind of like, you know, even that's they're in a spaceship, they can't even leave. So, you know, they just kind of have to vibe and either try to continue to do what they do, or, you know, get rid of what's going on, or hide. You know,
I mean, but
there's not much else for them to do in this situation. That's the problem.
I mean, true, but also a thing about those situations is the characters in like Alien, for example, we get to see them interact, we get to see them bond, we get to see them how they each handle the situation in their own way. In a case like
bonding, but
there's no bonding where they're just arguing, and it just makes this video, in my opinion, kind of intolerable because I don't want to see two people like yelling at each other.
That's definitely an issue, but I wouldn't say that nothing has happened. You know, because I mean, even if you say that, you know, like the scenes in Zane's house, even if they did drag, which honestly, given the fact that we paused a lot and talked about a bunch of stuff, including Miraculous, for a long time while we were still there, not necessarily, it probably isn't as bad in the original video. But also now we've moved out into you know, finding like other characters. I guess by comparison, it seems like there's like, now that there's like much more going on all at once, that, you know, the other stuff seems boring. But beforehand, when that seems to be like all there was, that was the story of them, you know, in this concealed environment trying to survive and, you know, use their surveillance system or whatever their resources were. That was that was the story at that point. So there wasn't really much need for anything else to happen in that time.
I don't know, but even if that is meant to be a story, it's not a very interesting story. You're not being confronted with character development or like growing bonds or destroying bonds, because it feels like Zane and Kim's relationship started at a hostile point and is in a hostile point. It doesn't feel like we're progressing even more hostile, where they're both at this point kind of just kill each other. But
I think what might have helped is maybe if they split this episode in half. So like, once we get to see, you know, Casey running, like, you know, they like go resolve to go outside and venture into the outside, that would have been a good time for an episode break, and then, you know, do that. Because also, one thing that I didn't realize until I checked the playlist when I was, you know, looking into this kind of thing, was that season 1 episodes on average are twice as long as season 2 episodes of the alternates, which I guess means at some point they learned about that, or either they amped up like the animation and or you know, cinematic portions of them, which back in the day when in season 3 did reduce the runtime of the video significantly until they paced it back up again, or they realized, we have a better chance to do like more breaks between these different scenes that kind of like don't all have to like mismatch in this way. Like if this was literally conceived in it to be a whole thing, it doesn't feel like it necessarily. So you can just split this one, but yeah, that would have helped.
Stay pretty. Let's go through your
I
library.
will say the alternate season 2.
Get
The alternate season 2 does have a lot more cinematics in this episode. And when I say cinematics, I mean outside of like death scenes. Like we actually have proper cut scenes in cinematic. And it's not just we don't just go to third person when we're murdering someone.
Yep, understood. Yep. Also, underrated line there from Michi. No one's dying. Everyone will stay pretty because Kawaii before said I'm too pretty to die. That's my favorite line I think of the video so far.
Close the door.
I mean, honestly, I feel like they should have been switched around. Maybe like Michi said the initial line and Kawaii said the line.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that would have been slightly more fitting.
Let's keep it quiet, all right?
Or honestly, even give the line to Aphmau.
Rice. 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 I can't yell too loud, please. Whoa! What? You scared me.
Over here.
Are you okay?
He looks pretty normal.
Well, I can assure you I'm not an alternate, but shh. We're not alone
Wait, what?
here.
What do you mean?
We need to find a way out without any monsters following us.
Oh, be quiet. Get down.
Don't.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Listen, this alternate doesn't have eyes. If we don't make a sound, we should be able to escape from this room.
So they do see by sight.
Okay, that's a creative design of the thing. Literally a book as a head, an almost literal bookworm, if you will.
Well, that's a given, duh.
Yeah, I know. Just quiet. Okay, they're fighting.
Are they fighting?
Go, move. Come on.
Interesting. Alternates they fight amongst each other. That might imply that the rise they saw earlier was not actually this rise, and that's why they found him here.
It's like the book-faced one can't tell what an alternate is and what a person is.
It's fine. Okay.
We should start moving. This way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rise has full-on wooden planks, even better.
Try to find somewhere more secure.
And much like Murder Things Drop High, they have plates of uneaten food out. Why is that a thing in Aphmau videos nowadays?
Not here for security. Well, we are, but another definition, security cameras. That's what I mean.
Oh, great. More cameras.
Well, then all I have to do is insert this thumb drive, and that sounds out a signal, which will allow me to remotely connect to every camera in town through the power of Bluetooth, and then...
Wouldn't Bluetooth just be like a command to activate, or like a feature in an actual device, not in a thumb drive? Why is that a thing?
There we can...
Yeah, we get it.
Well, it's a lot more complicated than that.
I'm over this. Can we just...
It's more complicated than it needs to be.
Get somewhere safe?
I want to get somewhere safe too, but this is helpful and we should get it done. It'll help us in the long run. Come on.
What is that smell?
Just,
I think I'm gonna vomit.
The server
Yeah, like I said, uneaten food, not a good idea.
room is over there, so maybe hold your breath.
all right.
Gross.
Now that I mention it, can alternates take on the forms of something like liquid or gaseous? Could these particles, this stench itself, be an alternate? I wonder. If so, don't breathe it in.
Moving.
Right there, just sneak it quietly.
Yes, I know.
Oh, the people moving.
You know what? I just can't control yourself. So serious. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Just one dream.
Go. It's investigating it.
What even is that alternate trying to be? That one doesn't make as much sense to me.
That's it.
Okay, I'll try.
If you can even call this food, but it's worth a shot.
Okay, let's get out of
Oh, these all snowballs?
here.
Oh, that's
Let's
cool.
move.
Very interesting hunting instincts, though.
Yeah. Just make sure it's over there for good.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I hate this.
Quiet. Come on. Okay.
Actually, the stench might have helped them in this case to mask their own scent. Although now that they're outside the room, they should be able to use the track if they smell now.
All right.
Okay, I'm back.
They can... Hello.
We're safe. Where do we go now?
All right, calm down.
You missed the obligatory uneaten food unattended moment in an Aphmau video nowadays.
Memorize the school's layout. You just gotta... Oh, better run!
It's coming, run.
I mean, I will say the monster design is pretty cool. Although I do question it on the basis that most alternates that we have seen so far have tried emulating humans, and I don't know what that thing is emulating. Maybe a dinosaur?
I actually also asked that question, yeah.
The only other thing that's the other thing was emulating like VR headset, but that's like a real thing.
Yeah, like I thought that one might have been trying to be like one of the paintings, but I didn't see any painting that matched.
Don't scream, okay?
Gross.
And there you go.
Hey, what are you
Like
doing?
the thing is, I think it's like it's a very creepy visual, but I feel like in a series like this, you got to have some sort of logic to the creepy visuals, or at least
it looks
reasoning.
Like something. It looks like something out of Weirdmageddon.
Huh?
Is it meant to be some sort of person, but it got so
all right this way
warped it doesn't look too much like a human anymore.
Almost there.
But time what I don't know.
Come on, move it.
Close the door.
There we go. Got it. All right, finally, I feel like I can breathe.
Speak for yourself.
We made it. That's the important part.
Agreed. Now we can actually get out of here and stop whispering. Huh?
You're wait. Girl, you weren't whispering. What do you mean? You weren't whispering. You can stop whispering now. When did you start?
Yeah, they were kind of
when did you start? Yeah. When did you start, girl? I'm obsessed.
A little bit earlier, it was kind of like a bit of like an awkward stage whisper that kind of thing.
Okay? Well, you didn't do a good enough job doing a stage whisper. It's not even good stage whisper.
We're good. Just haven't heard from you guys.
Is Casey there? Is she okay?
Yeah, wait a minute. I have an idea. Rice, can you hook up the school's cameras to ours back at Zane's? Zane, is that possible?
How would he do that? How would he connect two separate systems? They're two separate systems. How would you connect them?
Well, I mean, but he
also, by the way, assume
signal via Bluetooth. In theory, you could pair. Like two devices with Bluetooth if Zane paired up.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing as well.
But that would imply that Zane had to make his stuff Bluetooth compatible, and he didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah,
so it's unlikely that he installed that feature.
But also, wouldn't the school's cameras be less advanced than the super scientist's cameras that he made?
It doesn't matter, that our cameras in this video. If you turn face cam on, we would have probably different resolutions as well.
Yeah,
I don't think you have a custom webcam like I do, so probably.
Yeah. My camera's way down. My camera's way down. Okay. Yeah. Also, My Street Season 7 poster.
Hold on, I'm doing a thing. Here you go. Here's my lower quality camera, so you can tell that there's
but
they can connect together. Basically, is my point.
I also have the season 8 poster, but that's on the back of my door upstairs. But I can't really show that here. But that's the season 7 poster I have.
Sure. All right.
Listen, I'm a real Aphmau fan.
I mentioned before that I wanted to buy more Aphmau merch back in the day.
Listen, Ghosty, I didn't mean to. I didn't know where the camera was pointing. I don't use it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is why. I guess Josh was our spectator.
Hello.
I like how now I switched the cameras. Because one of them stops working properly. Oh wait, no, it's switched. It was on the wrong setting.
Oh my god, you were the void. The void went back to claim you, Jacob.
My alternate, it is here.
Figure something out.
Ugh. If I have to listen to any more nerd talk, I might throw myself to the alternate.
Fine, okay. Bryce, you take
Maybe you should actually, Michi. Maybe you should.
Out of the school in the meantime.
Got it.
Although if you throw yourself to the alternates, can you bring Kim with you?
Were those observers on the wall? Hey, new Minecraft blocks detected.
Here, check it out, Aphmau.
Really?
Modern version.
Let me see. Wow, I guess the alternates eat their own kind. Great.
Do they?
They fight their own kind. Well, I mean, what else would they eat? I suppose if they're emulating human flesh, I guess it stands to reason that they they eat human flesh, and so they would eat each other. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, how is he going to eat his own kind though? Right now, he has a book for a head.
He just goes like, nom 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 nom. I don't know.
Nom nom.
That big head guy is here.
My goodness.
Well, no, because he left that room to chase you, so he should be on the spear right by the stairs now.
Oh, he's actually in the hallway outside.
Yeah, like I said, of course he is.
Just gotta be careful with that thing. Smile's creepy.
His sad smile is more like
Here.
gritting his teeth. Maybe less of a
Oh.
smile.
Wait, reinforced stairs could be interesting. And there's roof access too. Hey, we might be able to get out this way. Guys,
Yeah, but how would you get down, though, is the question.
I have a plan. Now,
Well,
Gonna have
Meep
to
always
jump.
land on their feet. They may break their legs, but they do land on their
Yes,
feet.
okay. So
Oh.
didn't I have Fred do that at one point? Like, he break her legs?
Probably. Being like, ah! It's like, well, you know. Oh my god, we should actually have Fred say that. we should have Fred say that. Our next one shot with her and Mur would be amazing.
If the situation arises where there's a big hole and she ends up having to like descend from it, I will bear that in mind. Anyway, Aphmau and Rise don't have that advantage though, so it still would work for them.
From the 3rd floor?
yeah.
But wait, you can't be serious.
Look, there's trees at the bottom. We could just
We'll land on trees.
We will at least...
I mean, okay, I too have seen that scene in Avatar. Not necessarily a shining example of how that would work in reality.
No.
The Na'vi are significantly more resistant.
alive.
Better than getting eaten by alternates.
A broken leg?
Fine.
We'll cross the bridge when we get to it.
Anyway, Af, here.
Oh,
Well,
thank you very
actually,
much.
you won't be crossing the
There's
bridge. You
going
know
to be a
why?
person outside.
because you broke your legs.
Mhm.
You'll be crawling
Right?
across that bridge,
Let's see.
and then you'll get eaten as you crawl.
Okay.
Okay.
I already hate this.
I know, just... let's see.
Where is he?
Oh, there we go. Go, go, go. Move, move. Go, go, go.
Let's go.
You don't.
You know, actually, weirdly enough, they're doing the same tactic that Hippomenes used against Atalanta in Greek mythology.
You have to tell me.
Quiet. Right, this way.
I mean, the apples weren't rotten; they were golden and given by Aphrodite. But hey, close enough.
I mean, they're kind of
keep on
golden. Ish.
Hey guys, keep going.
Uh,
Move. Go, go, go. Get back. Move.
I like that thing actually just ragdolled
I kick.
for a second.
There we go. And... Okay, this way.
Now what?
Follow me.
That way?
The roof's over here.
We're going up. Star moment.
better
You know we gotta be golden.
All right, closing in.
Ooh, that's a long way.
oh,
Wait, you
no.
said there were trees.
Come on, there's trees over here.
Yeah, what
Guys,
other trees?
just jump, okay?
Okay.
Just jump, okay? You know, I'm glad I leave my drink to sassy leader Aphmau before, because I think she's dropped the ball here significantly.
All right, ladies first.
Yeah.
Into the trees. I got it. Go.
Rise. I heard that.
Move.
Geronimo!
Can you like carry me?
Michi, we don't have time for this.
What?
Do it.
Go,
No.
we gotta go. Woo!
Hey, at least that's one way to protect herself, actually.
Oh,
Oh, you still threw her. you still yeeted her. She got yeeted.
Sure, fair enough.
I did all the jumping first.
Oh, are you crazy? You could have killed me.
Look, excuse me, I didn't try. I just wanted to make sure we were safe. At least we're not dead from the alternates. Let's have this conversation somewhere else, okay? All right, follow me this way.
Please stand by. Okay.
It's not that much
That actually feels like the most analog thing so far in this.
further. We're here. Come on.
oh,
Get in,
What?
get in, quick.
Wait
quick,
a
quick.
minute. Wait a minute.
Wait,
Zane,
did you do the worm to enter? Did you see that? She
Yeah.
just like did the worm.
Yeah, but also I feel like if Aphmau and crew could easily just walk up to the door and open it, Zane and Kim really should have been barricading that door.
They have
Yeah.
gone through that door multiple times at this point. They seem to just leave it open in general. Because
But like, it's so
alternates-
dangerous. If Aphmau and crew could easily open the door, the alternates, if they're smart enough, which obviously they're smart enough to emulate Zane and talk, if they're smart enough to know how to open a door, they can just walk in and kill you, or at least almost kill you.
Maybe they're not trying to open doors. Maybe that's why they break windows. I just realized something. Aiden, that's why there are no werewolves in this show. Because all their windows were broken, so they were the first to die.
I mean, not really, because other werewolves exist.
Zane? Kim?
But do they exist as werewolves?
No.
Then all the werewolves are dead?
We have human Daniel eventually.
Are you sure this
The werewolves are dead.
place is safe?
Oh, thanks for closing the door.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Let me see. Hello?
Is anyone there? Can you hear me? Pick up, it's an emergency!
Zane, I'm here.
There's a monster in my game room. A police officer without a face.
A police officer.
Wait,
We're
didn't we
coming
kill
upstairs.
him like twice? How many times did we murder this man? I feel like we murdered him quite a bit.
Yeah, true. But maybe bullets don't work.
Down there.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I
guess
guess they were weak to fire, so.
I guess we didn't burn the body, but
Oh! Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not staying in here with that thing.
Yeah, why do I have to pick my game room?
Or
Well-
Zane. I thought you were gonna say that thing or Zane. but okay.
Special.
I'm glad she didn't.
Don't worry.
That makes me
It's not
like
gonna
her
be that much
even.
longer.
That would make me like
Everyone
her
ready?
even less than I already do.
I got corn.
Yeah, lock and load.
All right.
Ready.
That's close enough. Let's go.
I mean, you could hit him
Stay
on the
together
head of
in numbers.
corn.
We've got this.
Going down.
And
It's going down, down, down.
also, remember, if we go in,
Take down, take down, take.
I think you just combined how it's done with takedown.
we have to go
Yeah,
together.
listen, I'm
No
doing
one
my own remixes on the stream, guys. Coming out soon. The Aiden Huntrix remix song. Yeah.
That's right. Coming soon, Aiden will finally write a parody by himself.
Not really.
around
Nah.
and run.
Just make Jacob write it all. Kidding.
I-
I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do the parodies. I just love that movie and the songs.
I have said to him before, by the way, that that you know, writing a parody by himself would be an interesting experiment to do.
Okay. Right.
Come on.
Zane. Here we go. Where is it? All right.
Oh.
Hey. Put your hands
Wait,
up.
wait. Wait.
Show me
You-
those hands. Show me those jazz hands.
No, wait. Let me get this straight, Aphmau. You had the element of surprise on this alternate, and you chose to scream at it. Okay. Yep, this is smart.
Look at
Yeah.
us, now we've got face the fact. We just gave up our sneak attack for this cop, who will get axed.
Like, oh,
I don't like that.
you know, oh, no, that's why she yelled at it. So we could do a creepy turn at us, so we can scare the audience, of
But
course.
the audience has already seen this thing twice, including
Yeah.
the opening where it was animated and already did a creepy turn.
I think I yelled at him. I'm sorry.
You think you yelled at him?
Okay, there's a scene in Shaun of the Dead that is very similar to this, where they just wail on a creature, and it's hilarious. So I appreciate this.
All right. Careful.
Okay, now let's
Okay,
take
let's
the
get this back to the
body.
incinerator. What the?
Yeah, I already dug a hole for the second floor to the basement.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Got the place.
Ma'am, I don't like you right now. Ma'am, you are being mean. I don't
Well,
like
too
you.
bad she's the only one who has been known to deadlift an entire human body.
Down the hole then.
Ma'am, I hope you
It is.
perish.
I gotta admit, but I just want to make sure we can keep him. You know. There we go. This way. Okay. Grab him and throw to the fire.
I'm guessing the only reason they did that and why Apple's not looking up is because they didn't want to carry the body down, so they had to have they had Kim just, I guess, smash through multiple floors
Just
at
throw him,
once.
throw him. Oh no.
Oh, I guess
Oh,
Apple's can
And
dead.
that's
Try,
my miss.
Go.
Yeah.
Got it. Is he died? Perfect.
Have
job,
he
everyone.
died?
Oh, that was good.
Has he been murderized? That's what they said in Night of Living Cats.
Can't survive this.
Kim, when this is over, you're fixing that hole.
That's what you think.
Whatever.
I'm glad we're all together again. Okay.
Okay, I don't mean to be
This
that
is
guy,
kind
but
of a
what are the odds?
creepy scene, though. I will say. I
We're
mean, it's
all
not.
together again for the first time.
I will say it's not scary because nothing in the show is scary, but the scene does get a tad creepy. You know.
Thank you for telling me that before it happens.
All of us are human.
Oh no. Zane, just.
What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us?
Alright, look.
Show me them hands. Show me them jazz
We're gonna find out
hands.
who's not themselves. We need to find out who's acting suspicious.
I will give everyone a concussion until they've screeched like a.
Don't be suspicious. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be suspicious.
Yeah, that's how Kim would normally behave.
I can try and take charge.
Kim wouldn't normally behave. No, I will not accept this Kim slander.
This Kim would normally behave.
Okay, yeah, but Kim in every other video, even on the main channel right now, isn't mean like this. Lies.
Your point. I believe you.
I
It's
know.
Just this Kim clearly has.
I
been,
know,
Like
but
you said before, they need to characterize these people. Now we've got a full scene. This is what I was saying before. The scene with like Zane and stuff, that was kind of jumping the gun. But now that we've seen how these characters are at this stage, this is the moment where you can get away with that kind of thing and also have that immediate res opening from earlier.
This is Kim
Now they're doing it correctly.
slander. This is Kim slander, and I
Okay,
don't
aside
even.
from that, they're doing everything correctly here.
This is Kim slander.
Casey!
So this is the real Zane.
But obviously, me and Casey are definitely real.
Aw, thanks, Zane.
Well, what
The real Jeremy would never have kissed me.
about Aphmau? She's been suspiciously quiet.
Suspicious.
No,
Suspicious. Don't be.
What do you have to
suspicious.
say, Aphmau?
I just noticed we're all standing next to each other, and Michi's taller than the rest of us.
Oh.
Much taller.
Michi taller. What?
I mean, not that much taller, but good observation.
Say that.
All right, hey, I had a growth spurt. I'll have you know.
We don't have any growth spurts. That's biology.
Michi, that's not your height. We can't take any more chances.
Hey guys, come on. It's not me.
We can't take any more chances. There is no possible way that there is any other solution here. We must immediately axe you.
Aphmau is clearly the alternate.
Kim, I think we need to take her out.
You got it.
What the?
Don't announce that in front of her. Just murder her.
That's not good.
You might want to turn to see what struck.
Stay away from me!
Zane, help Michi! She's an alternate, guys. Oh no! No! Wait, the scream! What's happening?
Okay.
Are we
New
dead?
power.
Well,
We died?
okay, now everybody, listen up. This is the first time in the show where all the characters should have died, including Aphmau. This happens a few times in the show, and I despise it when it happens. For example, Michi found a way with her scream to incapacitate the whole party. Do you know how easy it would have been for her to go to each incapacitated person and go snap, 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 snap? Okay, everyone's dead.
Benefit of the doubt here, she was in the incinerator when that happened, so someone could have turned that
No,
on.
the incinerator was off.
Yeah, no, so someone could have turned it on before they all passed out.
Only got knocked out.
But that also raised the question as to how they would have been moved here.
Yeah.
Like similarly to how Mono Fingers Drop High ended, actually, was the part that I cut out of the song. Of Aphmau also waking up after that and just the school being completely empty for some reason. I'm not sure what the point of, waking up like this is after that. In either situation, if that's just meant to be like a modern analog horror reference that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Maybe it's part of the source material.
Wait.
I don't know, because like the thing is, I think
It definitely feels weird right now. That's one thing. The fact this happened twice in recent memory with Aphmau videos is like, why is this always the way that these things go?
Because I think it's the fact that Aphmau wants to have a dramatic moment, but also doesn't want to deal with any severe consequences of said dramatic moment. So no,
honestly,
everyone's fine.
I would have taken a Deus Ex Machina over this, or someone turning on the incinerator last minute and then just saving everyone.
Again, this happens at the beginning of next episode too. We have a similar situation, but I just despise this kind of setup. Because like you have a moment where everyone gets knocked out for whatever reason, and then
I'm more confused by it than despise it, but yeah.
And then they just wake up, in a different location, and it's like, why? And like, again, if you want me to take your story seriously and take these characters possibly dying seriously, do not present me with an opportunity. Do not present me with a opportunity the antagonist could get for murdering every single person in this room. Do not give them an opportunity where that could have 100% happened. The only reason a situation like this would be theoretically okay would be if the alternates had some grand plan. They needed, at the very least, Aphmau alive and the rest of her friends alive because they wanted to make them into food or something. That's not what's happening here. They just chose not to murder them for reasons. I don't know the reasons. There were just reasons.
And the same thing happened in Murder Field Stop High, and they chose not to murder Aphmau, also for reasons.
But no reason. Just there's some reason. I don't know why. There's no explanation. There's reasons, and it just frustrates me because how am I supposed to take your stakes seriously if on a dime you could just be like, oh yeah, the character's passed out, but the villain didn't choose to murder them. Take a superhero show, for example. Say Batman got knocked out by the Joker. Actually, well, the Joker... I'm not going to use Joker.
Yeah, the Joker might keep him alive. Yeah, maybe not the good example.
Let's say the Riddler knocked out Batman, and he was on the floor, and then we cut to the next scene where Batman was waking up in a warehouse, just on the floor randomly with no one around. No Riddler, no nothing, and we just had no explanation of why the Riddler just didn't kill him. No reason. Just the Riddler just knocked you out in, I don't know, say that mansion, and just moved you to his warehouse. It didn't kill you for no reason. And then even in that story, like, he didn't unmask Batman. He didn't do anything to Batman. It's just like, he just chose not to kill you randomly. No reason given. We don't need a reason. It was for drama. It was for the drama or something.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make the characters feel like they're mortal or feel like they could die. Even in stories like this, where Aphmau, being the main protagonist and our main POV character, obviously can't really die because then our POV is gone and we'd have to get a whole new POV and that'd be a whole mess.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
why you have an extended cast for horror movies.
Yeah, but you at least have to pretend your main protagonist is able to be murdered. Even if it's not gonna happen, you have to at least pretend it's a possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
The hecky, this is not where we passed out!
It's not. The thing, I think it moved us.
Why didn't it kill you then?
Yeah. Also, where is Zane? Did it just kill Zane? No one else.
Means the real Michi's gone. Where could that thing be?
Where's what?
Wait, what is this? A lighter. I got a lighter.
Is that
Wait, why did they leave you a lighter? Wait.
No, the thing is the lighter. It transformed again.
Look, it doesn't... Those things are like fire. It's the best thing we got and the only thing.
So you want us to burn this place down?
I'd like to keep this house in peace as our shelter, okay?
Come on, there has to be other things that can help us. Come on, let's look.
Yes, like the fireplace with a bunch of wood that's still burning.
If only we had
help.
Hairspray, we could make this work. Anything, Rice?
It appears we've run out of people food as well.
What?
Well...
Aphmau, you have tons of prune bars in your inventory. Look in your inventory. Look.
She's the real stash hoarder.
We had a good run. At least they got Zane first.
What?
It's not helpful.
Wow, Kim.
have to
Best
keep
character in the
Right.
show. I love you so much. I can't wait to see more of you.
Check upstairs.
Whoa, Casey, we can't split up with that thing. It's possibly inside.
Then go with
Gotta
her.
stay together, okay?
Look, I'm not gonna stand around when I could have Zane.
Casey, Aphmau's right. We can't afford to lose anyone else right now.
Enough, okay? We need to split
Wait, but
Enough, he was agreeing with you.
He was agreeing with you. Why you enough? Why you don't? No, it's not helping. You're not helping your case. Enough agreement with me. We gotta listen to me. Enough of that. Enough all of.
Rice, thank you for your support, but shut up.
We can cover more ground. Okay.
Rice.
And if you get into trouble, burn down the house to let us know.
Kim, use the walkie-talkies. Don't burn down the house.
We're
All right,
not
the alternate
burning
is somewhere
down.
in this house. If you see something, say something.
There you go.
Got it?
See it, say it, sort it. That's a thing over here, like on train services. I keep telling you,
I was about to be like, what are we? What?
Yeah,
I was
no,
like, what are we
referencing? I'm referencing British Railway Service.
Okay. Let's just make sure we stay alert.
All right, let's get to the cameras.
Right. Let's go. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Come on, Kim.
I will say, I can't wait till we get to
everything
season
looks
2. I'm not
So
raging
far,
as
so it
much.
stays that way.
I mean, I'll still have my issues, but I won't be
Why did it
raging.
left the rest of us alive.
Maybe it's just messing with us, toying with its food.
Okay, why though?
Uh,
Why though? Why though? That's stupid. Why?
That would be a good question because they don't seem to be characterized as like wanting anything other than their next meal. So the fact that one of them would like even toy at all is already different enough.
I
this
mean,
is really, really a bad situation.
It's definitely they, like from this point they could salvage it if they like find a reason like why the alters would toy in general.
The alternates really don't have personality, though.
Exactly. Like at the moment, it doesn't seem to support that. But then again, you did say alternate Aphmau seems to be smarter in this or something. So
yeah, but alternate Aphmau is essentially the leader. Which I will say, okay, so I know why alternate Aphmau would be the leader out of universe because it's on the Aphmau channel. Aphmau is the main protagonist. Yada yada yada. I understand that. But in universe, why is the Aphmau alternator or the Alpha alternator or whatever choosing to be Aphmau specifically? Like, why Aphmau in universe?
Remember what we said before in terms of Aphmau's leadership skills in this? If it's if it's mimicking Aphmau, it might have to a certain degree. It might have taken on the traits that would from her that would allow greater leadership. That might be where its intelligence comes from.
Maybe,
also,
but
maybe
but it seems at least Aphmau here isn't really taking on this leadership role until now. It doesn't seem like it's something she.
What do you mean until now? I Levi drank to sassy leader Aphmau, like
Okay, until this episode, I don't know. Maybe in this universe she was known as leader, but I don't think so. Based off the way everyone's acting about her taking charge.
It could have been a coincidence because right now they all seem to be going just like off on their own, not doing much. They don't appear to be organized just yet. So what I think happened is that one alternate that took on the form of Aphmau because it was in the vicinity, and then as it stayed in that form, acquired more of the personality traits from Aphmau that even she might not have known existed, or maybe she did know because again, new version of the character.
Actually,
potentially.
Kim. Maybe it's still down there.
I'm not going down there.
Why would it be down there? Why would it? Okay. Why though?
Yeah, don't peer down the hole if you can avoid it.
Could be down there too. Kim?
Yeah, I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
It's outside.
It's right there.
He's where? What? Sane? Sane? Oh my gosh!
I can't really see him, but okay.
That could also be an alternate.
Get down here now, guys! Get down here. We found him.
On our way.
Oh no!
If that thing is still out there,
it possibly.
It's definitely a trap.
Oh, it's most certainly.
We can't leave him out there.
But I mean, I will say, if the alternate just snapped each of their necks while they were incapacitated, it wouldn't need bait or a trap to kill them.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Unlike alternate Aphmau, that thing became Michi. So,
Thanks. Just to be safe, I have the lighter and I have the axe. Just look around.
I gotta ask you a question.
I had the lighter and I have the axe. You, on the other hand, what do you have?
Oh, God.
This is the best thing that we have. Zane, are you okay? Zane?
It's here. The Aphmau.
What?
Their leader.
Yep. It's here.
There we go. Yes.
Where is it? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Not a fan.
Also, all alternates are extremely slow, it seems. So that's another thing they haven't.
Stay back! But,
Really?
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 You could at least like that could have been like I mean I imagine that's probably like a flint and steel or something. So you could just like set the ground on fire.
that didn't do nothing.
Minecraft style.
Nothing at all. Oh, it didn't.
Really?
Again, I appreciate Aphmau not saying the proper.
Oh, great! Guess I'm the one that's gonna die now!
I'll be ready to fight.
Use things.
I think I have an idea.
I like how the lighter is still lit and didn't set the ground on fire and topple over.
Kim! What's up? Kim, watch out, Kim!
We're here.
It's a little leg. That's not meant to be funny.
Am I going to get my wish finally? Are you going to die, Kim? I don't like.
Am I gonna be a real boy?
Oh God. Kim.
Chop its arm.
Let her go! Get out of the way! Shoot! Open the shed door now! Do it!
Okay.
Come on, follow me. This way! Get in! Get in!
So it's not entirely intelligent yet, apparently.
Close it!
I mean,
Set on fire.
this is somewhat of a
Come on.
smart plan, weirdly, Aphmau actually had a decent plan here.
Yeah, they did this in Legend of Sleepy Hollow as well.
Oh no.
Uh,
Kim.
I like how she knew just because because Kim had turned around.
No. Kim! Kim's one of...
Getting a jump scare now.
Guys.
Oh no, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, that was a nice idea for an ending. We didn't
yeah.
need that, but we didn't need this part. Still.
I can't wait for next episode with such an intelligent, such a graceful, such a.
See, it's like I said, they left at some point altogether. They so they had a chance to become alternates afterwards, and
Yeah, but I just can't wait for next episode where we get such an intelligent, such a smart, such a great resolution to this cliffhanger.
Well,
and totally not BS. Definitely not BS, guys. Trust me. It's such a great answer to a cliffhanger.
Okay, we will get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, which will
For
maybe
now-
be a week, probably knowing how things go with us.
Well, it'll be at least a week because I don't like to review the same of like one given
Yeah.
thing without any less than a week's time. Except back in the day with 5 years later, because obviously that was the whole point. So.
5 years later. 5 years later.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So when Aiden, came to me about this, and I said, "Oh yeah, maybe I should like review the alternates," because he'd been complaining about it, a couple of times. Every time I brought it up, he would always, rage about it intensely in a very similar fashion to occasional moments in this video, but just over the general concept itself, particularly of season 1. And I went into this definitely thinking to myself, well, this has been established as like the worst possible thing or something, just one of the most terrible things that Aphmau has ever put a name to. And I thought there is absolutely no way that it can be as bad as Aiden is making it out to be. I was right. Part of this might just be because I went in with zero expectations, so it was almost impossible for me to be disappointed by this because, come on. but I feel like, again, there are enough moments in here. First of all, that beginning, now that we've seen the characters and had a lot of time with them, those 40 minutes. The advantage of having that be one complete episode because we had all of that, happen. But give enough time for everyone to, at least like be something or get familiar with things. It's like with a D&D session where, like, where the improv is iffy during the first interactions, and then eventually kind of like it sets itself in stone, and you're off from there. Where you've actually got more of a sense of what's going on. They had the advantage, of course, of having played versions of these characters for years, but what were they going to do this time? It was a little bit different. But yeah, so I don't mind the opening because even just because we didn't get the status quo introduction or the characters, the characterization at the beginning, but we got it, throughout. so that's why the Zane alternate scene doesn't work as well for me as the scene that the one that Aiden mentioned was creepy, the Michi reveal one. Because they didn't go into like the aspect of like the characters. It was a physical difference, the measurement side, the Doctor Who version, like I said earlier. They went with for that. But there was at least something at that point to go off where they could, reasonably say, oh, Kim wouldn't act this way, or the real Kim wouldn't do this, or, like that, because we've seen enough of this version of Kim to justify that by that point. So it's interesting, like, how an idea they had both didn't work and worked depending on, like, which time they used it.
Yeah.
Of course, the improv was a drawback at times. Again, particularly at the beginning when they were trying to establish certain things, and they didn't. This probably like a little bit of extra, like editing potentially to like trim out those particular moments. Because I'll say this, one thing that I did in Drama Club, because we used Craig to record it, if I didn't want a certain line in one of my versions of someone like spoke over somebody, or like there was a contradiction that happened that I didn't want to be acknowledged or anything, I just edited out that person's audio. I played around with that, so my POV and Aiden's can be somewhat different for that reason. But yeah, even without doing that, yeah, I was. This was not nearly as hair pulling as I thought. There were some moments in this one where, if you go in, that's the real essential difference. Because Aiden was saying, this time that he holds us to, a really to a high standard because of the person that it's coming from. The same person who for 5 years has delivered us content that is worse than this. So I mean, already the bar being set was different. So I think that's probably why I went into this, with not expecting much at all. Later went into this expecting, hey, this might be. Maybe there's like some sort of.
I mean, it's being treated like a role play, or at least on Aphmau Diaries, it's being treated like a role play she would do, like Mermaid Tales. So I'm gonna treat it like Mermaid Tales. Like, keep in mind, if Mermaid Tales was season 2, especially, was this frustrating, I wouldn't have made 2 fan-made music videos for Mermaid Tales if Mermaid Tales season 2 was like this or this frustrating. Heck, as much as I've been keeping up with the alternate season 2 on YouTube, even if I don't like it that much, I'm just trying to keep an eye on it and stuff. I still don't like. I don't despise it, like especially season 1. I despise it, but I also don't like it enough to even bother editing anything for it or doing anything. Maybe eventually I'll do a wider video where I talk about my individual problems with the series as a whole and pointing out each individual flaw and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like a show like this, it's really...
That'd be nice. I haven't done an analysis video like that since Kai. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, no, I did Phoenix Drop High since... Not Phoenix Drop High. Phoenix Drop Days.
No, you did the Why Noi wouldn't end up with Ava. That was one of your...
Yeah, and then I also did Phoenix Drop Days in 2021 or something. Where I talked about how that show got let down by its finale and talked about how the finale... not necessarily ruined it, but hurt the show as a whole. And hurt the show as a whole. Didn't maybe not necessarily ruin the show, but hurt the show.
Yeah, it's difficult for one moment to ruin it than so much that came before it if what came before it is, strong enough. So something in this particular like a moment in this could ruin everything if it was if it was done that. But it kind of the dream scene that was probably one of the worst decisions in this. Because but it wouldn't be as bad if there weren't something to lose here. So I feel like this, I definitely can't say that this I find this to be the worst or thing, or even akin to something like Realm Royals that really dropped the ball. But that could be also because with Realm Royals, that was when my standards for Aphmau videos were much higher. So maybe I should revisit that one at some point to see
Yeah.
But
but also with this show, for example, you have that scene with whole Michi screaming. I think the build up to that scene and the whole reveal that Michi's an alternate and the whole Zane getting smacked and then Michi revealing her alternate form, I think all that is really cool and really well built up too. I think it's all really actually pretty well handled. I'm not too big of a fan of the episode, but I think that was particularly well handled. But then after she screams, makes everyone pass out, with cool sound design there, everybody wakes up upstairs. There's Zane
that's
outside
what I was saying. That moment's the one that almost that could have ruined something, but that establishes that there is something to ruin. That's why I'm saying, I can't claim to despise this or anything. I just feel like, again, definitely mid tier for me in terms of even just like by Aphmau standards itself.
I wouldn't even say mid tier. I say this bottom tier of Aphmau stuff. If we're not counting her modern day videos.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about, I guess, either role plays or, continuous series, basically. By Aphmau series standards, I'd say middle. But yeah.
But like this show,
there are a few things I would put near the bottom anyway. I think Rome Wars would just be on its own for the most part, but that could be.
But like this show in particular, and like I guess what makes me sad about it is, as much as it pretty much steals everything from the Mandela catalog and stuff and blah blah. I honestly think a analog horror-esque Aphmau series, if it was well written, like again, if it was like Mermaid Tales season 2 written quality, I actually think that could be really cool. Like genuinely,
if it improvised like this, then yes, absolutely.
Like if it could be, you could do such creepy stuff. You could do such cool stuff. Maybe it would never reach scary because again, it's really hard to make Minecraft, in my opinion, scary. But
target audience, you said yourself, there's a possibility. Well,
but
Minecraft actually used to be known as like a fairly scary game, particularly during like the beta days and early releases when Survivor was was new. You couldn't even sprint yet. Your food was like different. Like that's where and all the monsters coming out at night when you like didn't know what you were doing. Back in the day, that was definitely terrifying for a lot of people. So Minecraft itself does have potential to scare you.
Honestly, I think a series like this would be much better if they lean more into suspense, because I think that's what would actually make it a lot more scary. Like for example, say there was a scene where Aphmau, Zane, and Kim were all talking in the middle of the room, but in the corner of your eye, not noticed by any of the characters, you have the Aphmau alternate just watching them through the corner of the window, a corner of like the part of the window. You just and like the viewer, yeah, but the viewer can see it. The viewer can see it, but they can't see it. Or you have a moment where I don't know, or like you have slightly improved sound design where it's like you hear a creak behind you and you turn, nothing's there, but then I don't know, and then I don't know, maybe from the corner of the viewer's eye, they notice there's like the Aphmau alternate watching them from a bush in a weird hunched position. I don't know. That could be cool. Something. I don't know. It's just building up more suspense. Maybe would have made this series, in my opinion, creepier / maybe potentially even scary if we lean more into suspense-based fear instead of look at this scary visual that's kind of scary, but most of the time it really isn't, because like the Aphmau alternate in this episode looks goofy when you're just in regular gameplay. Gameplay looks goofy. In the animation, it looks kind of scary, where it's like kind of what's it called? Like limping along. That's kind of scary. But then you look at regular Minecraft and it's just like walking like an iron golem around. It's like, this isn't scary.
Yeah, we're all used to the way that mods work now, so it's not quite the same as it used to be. But speaking of scary visuals, actually, what did you think of the designs of the different alternates? Like, not from how scary they are, but just like how different and like varied they can be.
I mean, I think it's decent. I just kind of wish they leaned more into the lopsided nature of the alternates. For example, alternate Michi, when we saw her designed properly, one of her arms was longer than the other, like when she had the full design. I wish we had more lopsidedness, where it's like maybe a leg is a lot thicker than the other one, etc. I wish we leaned in more into like weird like lopsidedness, where it's like they're very close to the normal models. It's just a lot of it is like slightly out of proportion, or like slightly longer than the other, or slightly wider than the other, or or it's like the outfit is just slightly done wrong, or it's maybe like there are a few pixels that are like torn or something. I don't know, something. I don't know, something like that. I just feel like there's actual because like the thing about this show is I think it's trying to be scary. It lacks depth and lacks the scare factor, and that's my issue. If you're not going to have depth, be scary. Because the thing about like a lot of Aphmau roleplays, for example, why I really like them is because the characters have depth. You know, they're enjoyable. I like being around them. They're funny sometimes. I mean, you know, like that's why I enjoy a lot of Aphmau roleplays. I don't enjoy this because the characters I don't enjoy at all. I hate Kim in this. Zane is annoying. Kawaii-chan is fine, but I mean has some weird moments that are kind of off kilter. Michi's just herself, you know. But like everyone else is a jerk.
Hasn't had much of a chance to, you know, to establish himself yet beyond, so he's not quite, you know.
And Aphmau feels like she's just forced to be the mediator the whole time, which honestly kind of makes her not that enjoyable most of the time.
That has been.
Okay, well she's the mediator for a lot of jerks. If that makes sense. In the comics of My Street, when she's the mediator, she's the mediator for good people who have weird quirks.
Yeah,
and like
clash. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Versus here, it's like she's the mediator for jerks. It's like, and it's like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like the characters don't work, the situation doesn't work, the writing is not that great, and it's just kind of a mess of a show. And I don't know, maybe people see something in the show, maybe people love the tragedies of some of the characters, but even then I would argue some of the quote-unquote tragedies people go through don't work as well, because the reason, for example, Aaron's death in season 4 works so well as a tragedy is because throughout season 1 through 3 of My Street, we have grown to care about him. We even have moments in season 4 we care about Aaron. So his tragic death, or deaths technically, because he dies twice technically in that season, and his deaths are tragic because we know him as a character and we feel for him, we care about him. But I don't know Pierce that much in this world, so I guess it's tragic he dies, but it's just kind of mostly it's tragic when a majority of people just die, you know? That doesn't mean I care about them as people. It's just tragic that, oh, they died. Oh, that's kind of tragic.
I don't think Pierce's death was meant to be tragic in this as much as it was
dramatic.
It was shocking. Like, you know, like you said before, you had to like, pretend that your characters were, you know, your characters could die. That was like what Pierce's death scene was. There was a legitimate threat. They were in mortal peril, and they could drop at any given moment. The fact that they didn't is what ruins that idea. That's why thus the issue with the dream sequence later. But Pierce's death actually does cut further that idea, even if it is subtracted later.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, because like a lot of the character deaths in this show don't feel as tragic to me because it feels like we barely get to know the characters or barely care about them.
Well, we haven't got to the other characters' deaths yet.
Yeah, but
so not really sure just yet, but given how long it's been in this particular episode, like I'm starting to get a sense of, you know, at least how everyone like connected, even if it's the case of like that just survival.
They're the worst. They're all the worst. Yeah. Except for Rise. Except for Rise. Rise is fine, although we haven't. He's smart.
Like we said, he hasn't had his moments yet.
He's fine. Rise is fine. I have no problem with Rise, but everyone else I have problems with.
Yeah. No, so I'm not.
Except for Aphmau, I don't have a problem with Aphmau, but Aphmau is just too busy dealing with everyone's BS.
What I'm saying is that we get a sense of like who they are. The fact that we're able to say that they're the worst version of themselves means that they've differentiated themselves enough from their other versions to say that. So there's not a lot at the moment in this first episode, but there's not nothing either. So as time goes by, we'll see how like, you know, deaths in other episodes later affect things more than
I guess. But also I worry, especially with this episode, Aphmau wasn't even intending on making everyone jerks. It's just kind of how it shook up. Because she's like, no, guys, we need to have conflict with each other. We need to have some conflict.
Yeah.
And then the voice actors just turned it up to 11 because, obviously no script. So it's like, okay, you want conflict? We can do conflict.
That's definitely an unfortunate side effect, but it's not something that you can't deal with over time. That's where
maybe future episodes will have them fighting slightly less, and maybe I will maybe they'll make me like Kim, just in case she dies. Because if not,
they'll try to endear you to the character right before, so you actually care. Well, if that's the case, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
Which is sad because I generally like Kim. I mean, I find her in the modern Aphmau videos kind of annoying, or at least with the voice direction they've given Magami. There's like YouTube names like that.
So you said.
I find it a bit annoying, but at the same time, I never really have a problem with Kim in the modern day Aphmau videos too much. Like, I don't really have a problem with her. Her voice is kind of annoying, at least how shrill they made her voice is, but like she's fine. And then in this video, she's the worst. It's like, why do you have to make her the worst? We're in an apocalypse. Not everyone has to be Eric Cartman. All I'm saying,
actually, like Ted was already annoying in kind of like musicals, and when he said, the thing about good people or bad people, and there's only people alive are people who are dead, it kind of reigns true. They could be going by that philosophy, but we don't need 4 different reminders of that. 1 is usually plenty in terms of most survival situations.
I mean, guy who didn't like musicals wouldn't even work if they made every single character in the main survivor group throughout the play a awful person. That wouldn't work that well to me if everyone was like awful.
No, and to some extent, Hatchetfield definitely has that problem with a lot of characters where if they make them the central focus in like Nightmare Time, and we're already not supposed to like them in general, we're not as worried about what happens to them, so we're not as invested when the horror stuff actually happens. So that's another issue. That's particularly issue when it comes to like making them the POV characters, which fortunately this series has avoided, with Aphmau's characterization. So at least we don't have that problem going for us.
But I don't know. Maybe future episodes will vastly improve. But especially from episode 1, I feel like for me as well, episode 1's really do have to land. This episode doesn't land. This episode falls on its face. And like that,
this almost feels like a standalone thing. This almost feels like it could have been like the ending.
Episode 1, the things about episode 1 especially is like if episode 1s don't work, you kind of screw over your series. You kind of screw over your series if the pilot's not good. I mean, not that you can't recover theoretically, but a pilot is a really important thing to land for any show.
Yeah.
To have a solid pilot. Even if the rest of the season sucks in comparison, at least having a solid pilot. Like, I will say, Murder Drones, I actually really like the pilot. The rest of the show, I'm kind of more mixed on. I don't hate it, but also I don't really like it that much because it's a confusing mess of a show, unfortunately. But, I think the pilot for Murder Drones, for example, for me, really does land. I can't see the same for Gaslight District, though. I don't really think that pilot lands for me. But,
Yeah, but one... Sure. Okay, so one final thing, actually, that I wanted to talk about was now that we've seen, how it... again, not sure how, the... not sure how the Mandela catalog stuff was adapted fully in this, but actually, just going back to the idea I mentioned before, the idea that Aphmau has in the past made entire FNAF shows. She's taken part in other stuff, from Sky Media particularly. I mean, one of her most known roles for a while was as the security guard in the FNAF episode of Roommates. So, it's and obviously her role in Crafting Dead. She was in Crafting Dead, significant for quite a lot of it. So yeah, it's not out of the question to do something derivative within Minecraft or even Gacha, because I mentioned because of Plex earlier as well. I think the difference between that I was trying to get at before was that this one doesn't brand itself as Mandela Catalog, unlike those other ones that do brand themselves based on what they are. That might partly because of to do with like how trend surfing works, but in general, if this was meant to be a bit more of an original take on an idea that came from somewhere else, I can't say how well it's been adapted, but what's going on in here, aside from I guess like personal motivations and such from some of them, seems to be working for the time being. Like they haven't got a full grasp on everything that's going on. They're adapting to their environments. They haven't quite worked out between like objects and people at times. It really depends. They have to get familiar with it. So from their perspective, they're also evolving because they are, as a concept in universe in their infancy. So for me at least, it's working for right now. Hard to say if the Mandela Catalog version works better. It probably does. Let's face it. But I would like to know from everyone else if that's the case. As well as again, like I said at the beginning, what people like about this series. Is the stuff that I mentioned? Is it other things? Is it a few other like one-liners we might have missed out on? I don't know. We'll see. Or it could be animation, like Aiden said. But for now, please leave that under in the comments. And before you do that, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.